Let me tell you this.
Our
Star
most
Wars.
anticipated
These are like the
films
bigger, these are like
of
the
the year.
big films, right? You got Star Wars, Beauty and the Beast,
I mean,
Logan.
Beauty and the Beast.
Logan is very high on my list of anticipated
Logan.
films.
Spider-Man Homecoming.
Spider-Man's kind of high, but I'm
Alien
losing.
Covenant.
Oh, Alien's quite
Alien
high for me.
Covenant, I'm excited for.
But
Blade Runner.
Blade
Very
Runner
excited for Blade Runner.
as well.
Blade Runner, I'm excited for.
Guardians of the Galaxy, Lego Batman.
I'm not hyped for Lego Batman, but I think it will be okay.
You know what? You know what's a very like under the radar film, which I hope picks up more traction because it's the same weekend as 50 Shades of Grey, 50 Shades or whatever. Is Kong Skull Island.
Skull Island. I'm excited for that.
It's a very good take on Kong.
Yeah,
I hate
because he's
spiders.
big.
That whole villain of spiders. But
Oh, they're like giant spidery bony things.
Yeah.
Also, I'm just gonna throw it out there. Power Rangers.
Yep.
That will either be a massive hit or a massive miss. I think
it's gonna be a hit with me no matter what.
It's gonna be a hit no matter what.
Squad it, I'll still like it.
It's gonna get like 40-50% on Rotten Tomatoes.
No, I see
Power Rangers.
it'll either get like a 9% or get like a 70%. I don't see it being in the middle.
It's gonna divide some people.
Even if they completely screw it up, I don't care.
I don't care either. No, it's fucking Power
Rangers. Then you have
Rangers.
Thor Ragnarok.
Thor, I'm excited for.
Doctor Strange, Hulk.
Because of fucking Taika Waititi. Can love that guy.
I love him. You've John. Oh, are we streaming?
Yeah. So join the fucking Rocket League thing so we can play some games.
You got to send it again because it didn't let me first one.
You what?
John Wick Chapter 2. If you've seen John Wick 1, you'll be very excited.
Yeah, we'll do some ranked. No, I didn't see the first one. See, I heard it was getting hyped, and I just didn't jump on that hype train.
It's worth the hype. I don't know if the sequel will be worth the hype because I've not seen any hype for that yet. A lot of people are hyped.
Well, I mean, it's the co-director came back for it, not the main guy, because he's off doing Deadpool now.
I'm gonna be
which
brutal.
Makes me hesitant.
It is never always true. But you know when you get like an advert for a film and it has like the critics' reviews and shit, right? The first one about came out for John Wick. There was only one review and it had like the star rating out of 4 stars. And I know 4 stars is still incredibly high, but as the review one of a trailer, I always say it really should be like 5 stars, like a DVD.
Yeah.
If it has like
4
5
stars,
stars, like, you know
kind of
what?
standard for a trailer these days.
Yeah,
stars
it
like,
doesn't make you want to see a film if you see a 4-star in the trailer.
Yeah. I think there'll probably be loads of 5-star reviews for it. Maybe that's bound to be. Just by law of averages, there's always 5-star reviews for every film almost. But the first one you bung in the trailer, you know, I don't know about that. But you've got Baby Driver, which is a very quiet.
Edgar Wright, yeah, kinda.
Yeah. Not an Edgar Wright fan?
I mean, his films are fine. But I mean, this is definitely a departure for him.
I think his best film is still Hot Fuzz. I don't think he's ever gonna beat that. I do think it's better than Shaun of the Dead, and I love Shaun of the Dead.
I've only seen Shaun of the Dead, I think.
Hot Fuzz is solid.
Hot Fuzz, I think, one of the best.
This is ranked, everyone, just to let you know.
Is this ranked?
I'd love to say like, yeah, there is a departure from his work, but really, like Scott Pilgrim I enjoyed that a lot.
Oh, well, yeah, Scott Pilgrim. I mean, I'm just saying a departure from the fucking Cornetto trilogy.
Oh, if you remember,
he's
like,
known most for.
His quality, like, he's been going downhill.
Oh, no. I mean, like, in terms of genre, because I mean, this is basically an action film. That he's doing.
But it's a musical action film, kind of like every.
Well, but the whole thing is that he listens to music in his ears to drown out his fucking tinnitus or whatever.
Yeah.
Which I mean, that's literally just putting on songs. That's it. So it's just gonna have a great soundtrack.
Yeah, but you know Edgar Wright was like, if you just watch any of Hot Fuzz.
It's very musically,
perfectly timed and mirrored, and I think the music will play a humongous part. Like, it won't just be like Guardians of the Galaxy, like, oh yeah, that's a cool soundtrack. It will be like every move and edit gonna exactly like.
Well, let's hope so.
Can I voice a somewhat unpopular opinion here?
Yeah, go for it.
By all means.
Thought Guardians of the Galaxy was a solid 6 out of 10.
Really? Interesting.
Yeah,
it did nothing.
I think it got a 7 for me, but like.
I want to watch it again.
Everyone was around jerking their gurks about it and saying, "Oh, it's the best film ever."
Lovely.
Soundtrack so good.
If you've never had faith,
hooked on a feeling this is so great. Blah blah blah.
David,
the trailers are so great. Oh, the film's so great. It's so funny. And I watched it. I was like, that was one of the most mediocre Marvel films I think I've seen.
Wow.
Can I pitch you a scenario, okay, David?
Go on.
Green Lantern comes out, okay?
Yeah.
For DC. And it's everything Guardians of the Galaxy was for Marvel. Like, it's literally Guardians of the Galaxy. Imagine if they made Guardians of the Galaxy was Green Lantern that it came out. Would you think
Andrew agrees, David. Andrew
in
agrees.
hindsight, it sounds very difficult to like go back on what you're saying.
I just didn't find it.
But if DC made that film, would you suddenly go, "Wow, this is actually good from DC"?
I don't think.
Well, no, I don't hate DC because they're DC. I hate DC because their films are shit.
No, but I mean, yeah, that's what I mean. I mean, like, oh, the films are coming. Oh, but this is really good in comparison. Because I feel when Guardians of the Galaxy came out, you had the Avengers, which everybody loved. Then you had Iron Man 3, which not everybody loved. Thor, which definitely not everybody loved.
Yeah.
And you're suddenly going, oh god, post-Avengers, Marvel kind of can't do. Guardians comes out, which is the best one out of all three of them. Everyone goes, oh, okay, no, they are fine.
I don't think it was that made me dislike it, because I watched it really late. I watched it like a year or two after it came out.
That's another thing, yeah. I feel when it came out, everybody was worried about Marvel, but then like reassured
a little bit.
Later. Yeah.
It was just so, it didn't make me laugh once. And for a film that's clearly trying quite hard to make you laugh.
Oh no, it's not funny.
Thank you.
It's not funny or clever or original or anything like that. It's just well made. It's well made.
I don't think it was even that well made. I thought there was sequences.
It's like Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange isn't a great film.
Most of it was just drivel. Like
I
it was
think
just
it's
generic
nowadays
cinema drivel, and I didn't appreciate it.
Okay, you say generic, right? So generic is like what the common, right?
No, generic is Fast and Furious.
It was generic writing. It was just CGI everywhere.
No, but when you mean generic, do you mean like the norm?
To me. Like the story followed a pretty predictable.
You've got to say to yourself, like, isn't a lot of action films nowadays? The norm of action films are normally that they're trash or like they're not good. They're not.
Well, I think because the tropes have been so overdone.
Yeah. So if Guardians, I don't think Guardians of the Galaxy is generic because I do think it is better than the generic action film, which is the new mechanic film, the Hitman film, Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
The ones they pump out every single month. You get like.
But they are the generic ones. There are like, what's the best action film that's come out recently?
I'd say Guardians of the Galaxy, it wasn't generic, but it still wasn't good, and I think that's the issue. It's like if a film is okay, I think it was good, not great or anything. I think if a film is good, that's in that genre, it's so like rare, it automatically gets.
See,
like,
the thing for me is that for a film to be good, I think, well, just personally, it has to have its own like identity.
No Marvel film has that.
And the Marvel films, like I saw this one thing about Marvel music. Their scores they're all exactly the same. They all look the same, which I get because it is a cinematic universe, so everything inherently is supposed to look the same, which I guess is the downside to it.
It makes it easier for
I
the
view Marvel the same way you know Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, exactly.
I think Marvel will be and always will probably stay to be the film series you watch at once. I mean, obviously now it's going to be nearly impossible to do because there's so many, but like it's like chapters of the same story at the moment anyway. Like, they all lead in, every film's connected.
Yeah, you marathon them.
And that's why they're looking the same, is because you could sit down and watch, if you had a limited time, you could sit down and watch all of them and you'd be thoroughly enjoying this one story. Whereas DC, Suicide Squad looks like it could be in a...
so great.
Ant-Man was, it was meh.
But like DC, like every film is so different. It's like
I've missed. Fucking hell, that was a chance.
It just seems so different. I don't know if that's just me. Like Suicide Squad was like what?
Suicide Squad was just what?
I defend Man of Steel
as a film. Man of Steel was really, fucking awesome. Man of Steel was awesome. Really good. I'll say that.
Well, what do you say?
Man of Steel was awesome.
Thank you.
Everybody hates Man of Steel.
I don't hate it. I'd have the same thing as Guardians of the Galaxy where I'm like, that is...
I think it's the best... can I say that? I don't think I can say that.
When I watched it.
Go for that, James. Man of Steel
I think for me,
was very good.
What's the greatest comic book movie ever made?
See, that's what I'm struggling with. Civil War? See, Civil War failed for me as a film because there was no stakes. There were no stakes.
Oh yeah, alright. I wasn't thinking of Dark Knight. Yeah, alright.
Yeah, that's the best film.
Dark Knight, it has to
be. I would say comic book movie.
I've been Watchmen. I've been hands down.
I haven't seen Watchmen. Which might temper my
you'll either
opinions on
love
this.
it or you hate it. If you love it, it'll be your best. you hate it.
Because I've seen bits and pieces of Watchmen, and I've loved, well, not loved, but I've liked what I've seen. So I feel like if I watched it all,
why I'm still Team Zack Snyder, because Watchmen was the only film we had full control on. Ultimate Cut is all right. It's not good, but it's all right. It's like, okay.
Kick-Ass is a good film.
Kick-Ass was not a good film. Everyone loved Kick-Ass 2 was the worst film I've seen in a long time. I didn't like it at all. I thought there was no sort of... It didn't have consistent tone. I didn't find it funny at all. I didn't like any of the characters particularly. I thought the superhero angle was like... It was parody, so it was like, you know, it was done in a crappy way.
It missed a real big trick, I think.
It wasn't like parody enough for it to continue to be funny throughout. So it kind of didn't know what it was.
You know, my film is kind of really dark and gritty almost, right?
Yeah.
If I digged until the ending, because doesn't he come up on like a jetpack or something?
Yeah.
That's what lost me, because if he ended it in like a really good battle, yeah, that's the issue. I think it could have been good if it was
Kingsman.
Seriously dark.
Kingsman I liked.
Good film.
Kingsman.
Oh, and Sam's stolen it. Sam's stolen it. Incredibles. Done.
It doesn't come out this year.
Done. Incredibles.
What, for films this year?
No, superhero films, best films.
Film. Yeah. Oh, best superhero film. Okay, fair enough.
Incredibles.
I was about to be like, what? I know Incredibles.
I guess. Oh, Kingsman's a comic book film. Sorry, I should preface that.
You know what? Okay, I think.
But superhero films, yeah, Kingsman
is pretty damn good as well.
Batman Begins is good.
It's
so shadowed with The Dark Knight.
Yeah, a lot of people that I've spoken to don't find Batman Begins boring.
I don't find it boring.
And I don't find it boring at all.
I think it's great. I've never heard somebody say it's boring. I thought it was.
I think it's one of the best origin stories of a superhero we've gotten.
I would say it's the best. I think it's the best origin story by far. I don't think you're going to find a better origin story. Because if you do Batman right, it's automatic.
Iron Man.
Yeah, Batman, yeah.
I would argue is a better origin story. The ending, not so much.
Ending, not so much.
Yeah,
it's a bit
I would say the first half of Iron Man. I'd say the first half of Iron Man is better than Batman Begins.
Oh, I don't think so. I think if you rewatch Batman Begins, like considering where comic book movies are today, and you said, could you make Batman Begins today? Absolutely not.
No.
Could you make Iron Man today? You could. You could
yeah,
make Iron
that's
Man
the added factor.
Doctor Strange was made.
Yeah, Doctor fucking Strange.
And that is the closest to Iron Man you'll ever see. Was it as good? No, because it didn't come as early.
Sam hated Batman Begins first time round. Have you watched it again, Sam?
You gotta watch it again with like
you have to watch it again.
Because I think it's one of those films like when you watch it as a child.
Because when did it come out? Like 2005?
Early teen.
Yeah, they're all so old.
Watch it when you're 17, 18. Watch it when you're an adult, and you'll feel it's like.
Hello.
The ninja stuff was really cool.
Yeah.
Okay, this is another one I've got on my list.
You know what? I like the Hulk film.
My top 5.
What, the Incredible Hulk or Hulk with Ang Lee? With the Hulk dogs.
What?
Which Hulk? 2008, 2003.
Which Hulk? What?
Which Hulk film did you like? Yeah.
I don't like either.
Oh, so who said that? Wait, did someone? Or am I hearing wrong?
About Batman still, I think.
I said my top 5 comic movies were Dark Knight #1. Then it was Civil War.
I can't hear.
Then it was Batman Begins. Then it was X-Men: Days of Future Past.
X-Men: Days of Future Past. David has a problem with the X-Men franchise.
I don't like X-Men at all.
I want to see Logan with you, David. Just to see what you say about it.
I agree completely about Superman.
Because I feel like that'll sell you. Just on that one film.
First Class was the closest they got to being a film that I vaguely liked.
Oh yeah, no, the First Class was the best.
Do you not like the originals? Oh, Sam doesn't like them either.
No, screw the originals.
Really? Wow.
X-Men 2 might be one of the best, though.
X-Men 2 is one of the best comic book movies, though.
No.
It's like one of the Spider-Mans, like they got it early, really well done.
Oh, the early Spider-Mans too.
Spider-Man 2 was
I
great.
like the Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Oh,
David.
Worst comic movie ever made.
Oh, David.
And I defended his work than any Batman movie.
I'm the Rhino! Wow! I'm going to kill you! Amazing Spider-Man 2 is one of the worst ones. Deadpool,
Amazing.
Good shout, Sam.
Oh yeah, I go to Deadpool.
No, it's not, David.
I saw it twice, right?
It's a great film.
No, it's not.
Everybody jacking off Deadpool? Has everybody seen Deadpool and everybody loves it?
Yeah, I've seen Deadpool.
Yeah, we can skip over Deadpool. Amazing Spider-Man 2. How is it a good film? How is it an amazing film? Educate me. Or are you just a Garfield, Emma Stone fanboy? Yes. It's 2. Number 2.
Great.
Amazing Spider-Man's fine.
Amazing Spider-Man 2 is great because the chemistry between Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone is great.
Non-existent.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Backbone of the film.
I'll give you.
No, it's non-existent. Watch it again.
No, it is. I've watched that film like 7 times. It's great every time.
They do not have good chemistry. Okay, there is a difference between good chemistry on screen and good chemistry in real life.
Obviously, because it's not fucking filmed, James. Real life is not filmed.
What I mean is, right?
They do have good chemistry. Their scenes
on screen, I don't think
in that film.
On screen, they don't. On screen,
they
are great. No, they're great. The scene when they're walking along, and then he's like, and then she's like, "Well, we have to be friends," and he's like, "Okay, well, if we're gonna be friends, you have to be like less attractive and all that." And she's like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah, you got to fix that laugh. That laugh is too cute. I can't be friends with you if you laugh like that." And she does like a really cheesy, like that laugh.
Fucking
that
great.
was awesome. That was great.
Okay, look, I'll give you.
So yeah, give me that film, all right? But superhero stuff, fucking dog shit.
Superhero stuff was great because it was like comic book. I liked it.
Yeah.
Because it was like a Spider-Man thing where it was like Spider-Man was swinging around New York, and there was like Green Goblin, there was like Electro, and he was blue, and he was like blue,
what? When Electro's like fucking zipping around making fucking electro sounds, like Incy Bincy fucking douchebag spider, that was dog shit, David. That was terrible. Whoever thought that was a good idea should be fucking fired, and they probably have been. It really wasn't.
It was so good.
Wasn't. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
It was the first film I remember going out to cinema with.
You know what? I'll send you a video
how do you not laugh?
where Chris Stuckman fucking...
The death scene was so sad.
It was sad because of their chemistry.
No, it made me laugh. I laughed.
Metaphor. Alright?
Oh, the hand bit I did not like in the web. I did not like that.
Hand bit is
because that was too on the nose. Too on the nose.
The hand bit was good.
Too on the nose for me.
That ruined. If I was going to get emotional at all at the death scene, which I didn't, because I thought it was funny.
It was too on the nose.
That made me laugh. Made me laugh. No. It was like a student film kind of doing.
I didn't find it funny.
It was great.
But it was just like a bit where I was like, alright, so you're acknowledging this too much for me. You can't just let this be its own moment rather than trying to fucking dumb it up with a fucking web hand.
I'm looking at this from a world building perspective, okay? Main Spider-Man 1 had 0 world building at all.
Yeah.
Main Spider-Man 2 comes
apart from
there's nothing but world building.
Oh no, it didn't.
I don't care about the world building stuff because guess what?
I'm saying is though,
it's Spider-Man. Spider-Man is full of villains, right?
I know, but the way that they handled it, like Spider-Man 3 was not good. How can you hate Stuckman? He's a fucking god. Fuck you, Sam.
Everything that was good.
Spider-Man 3 was bad.
Spider-Man 3 shits all over Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 3 is a masterpiece in comparison.
No, I can't say that. I prefer Amazing Spider-Man 2 to Amazing Spider-Man 3.
Like his hip thrust and his winking at women.
Yeah, that is unforgivable. But then again, Giamatti's Rhino is also slightly unforgivable.
Giamatti's Rhino was like a
David,
throwaway bit at the end of the film.
No, a throwaway bit at the start and the middle and the end. The ending was dog shit for that film as well. Amazing Spider-Man 2. You can't end it there.
Spider-Man 3
you can't end it there.
Was actually really good.
No, he's emo Spider-Man. He's not even sad.
Sandman was good.
Oh, Sandman, sorry.
That's not the best scene. That's not the best scene of things happened.
Sandman, it was a bit contrived. It was a bit contrived for me.
You know the scene when he first becomes Sandman.
But that was that was beautiful. That was beautiful.
I think that is one of. I still think that's the benchmark of a Spider-Man scene. I can't think of the top of my head one that is just as comic booky and as poetic.
No, OG Spider-Man 2 is awesome.
Metaphor.
It is awesome.
That's it, David. That is how you do a metaphor. That's how you do a metaphor. Sand. The fucking pendant's going through his hand because his old life's slipping away. Not the fucking web hand.
It's an
that stupid
like
is a natural. It's natural, but it's not throwaway because it was a whole 5-second shot lingering on this CGI.
Poignant climactic moment of the whole entire film.
No,
it's not a throwaway. That's the scene you're supposed to remember.
Yeah, also it was the climax of the film essentially.
Yeah.
With the fucking web hand.
I see nothing wrong with the web hand. I see nothing wrong with the web hand.
It's poor filmmaking, though.
It's
not necessarily
it's too on the nose.
I know it's like, on the nose, but guess what? It's a Spider-Man film.
I know.
Spider-Man's on the
but
nose.
It's not great.
The whole thing is.
But here's the thing, bro. You say that, but Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man 1, and even
Spider-Man 2,
they did have those problems of on-the-nose shit, though. There's no excuse for a Spider-Man film to have to be a bit cheap.
Be proper superhero films.
Spider-Man 2 is the most proper superhero film.
Wait, so you're saying that you have to be a... Wait, alright, so define proper superhero film then.
Proper
because
superhero film is
there's a difference, I assume, now between proper superhero film and good film.
What I'm saying...
Because I don't think there's...
Spider-Man 2!
How
could you argue Spider-Man 2 is not a comic book film?
Let me finish.
Explain that comment, right?
Let me finish.
Okay, explain.
Think about a world pre-Iron Man.
Captain Underpants has not come out yet. Pre-Iron Man, yeah, I'm thinking.
Look at the costumes in X-Men, right? They're all just wearing black leather.
Yes, yes, but Spider-Man.
Look at
X-Men,
Batman.
Batman.
Same thing with Spider-Man.
What?
So like,
What? He has a fucking costume!
Had a more colourful costume! Amazing Spider-Man was darker!
Amazing Spider-Man's costume was more colourful.
No, it wasn't! It wasn't!
Were much brighter.
Amazing Spider-Man 2, they went fucking full ham on it, yes, I will agree, but the whole original Spider-Man, bright. Proper full on.
The suit was ugly as hell.
No, it wasn't.
That's beside the point, but still.
The CGI was bad, I'll give you that, but the suit was not ugly.
It was back in the day, right, where I'm saying, it was back in the day where they shied away a bit more from the source material and all that
Yes. But Sony went completely in the opposite direction with Spider-Man 2, because they went for the opposite.
I like that film.
I know you do, David. I know you do.
You're writing a comic book, okay? You're writing a comic book. Spider-Man 2. Dr. Octopus is scaling the building with Aunt May. She's dangling. Oh, she's hitting him with the umbrella. Very physical.
That's great. I'm not saying Spider-Man is a bad film.
Answer my question. Mate. You put that into a comic book. That's Spider-Man 2. You put that into a comic book. Can you do it? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Alright? Without it. Okay. You're Electro playing itsy bitsy spider.
Itsy bitsy fucking spider.
Can you put that on a comic book,
so of course you can't put it in.
That's the thing, though. There's no excuse for music to be stupidly comic booky. If it's for the sake of being stupid.
It's part of the film. Music is part of the film. If it's a comic booky film, you want comic
No, Andrew, this is an important conversation that needs to be had.
What I mean,
I'm not diverting the
this,
conversation.
Right? If someone says something stupid like this, you know the Electro scene where he's like, oh, it's time to blow out my candles, right?
Yeah,
stupid line, but I see that. I agree with you. I agree with that completely, okay? When they're flying through the air and he's electric and he's Spider-Man and they're fighting, I see that in a comic book film. Because it's a bit silly, but I see it. I see it in a comic book. But the itsy bitsy spider, I don't, because it wouldn't exist in a comic book, and it shouldn't exist in a film.
That's a bit of a shit point, James. Not gonna lie.
That's a shit point.
No, but it's like
see, my problem with it is that there's too much. There's too much.
There is a line. There is a line you draw.
So they introduced the Rhino. They introduced Electro. And then for an extra fourth act of action, after he's dealt with Electro, they throw in Green Goblin because he's necessary to be in this, to, like James said. Yeah, I know, yeah, but I mean, why not focus on that?
It is justified that he is in the ending.
I mean, it's justified. It makes sense from it makes sense from a story perspective to have him in there because they brought in Harry Osborn, but I don't like how they threw everything in.
I think it came down to, in Iron Man 1, I think Kevin Feige had a plan all the way up to Avengers. It was like, this is what we're going to do, and this is how it's going to lay there. With Sony, Amazing Spider-Man 1 was, I wouldn't say a hit, but it was like, okay, they don't despise it.
See, it was a hit.
Green Lantern was despised and all of that. Hit is an overstatement. Spider-Man should be making $1 billion, and it didn't. It wasn't as big a hit as they maybe wanted, but it was, critically, it's like, okay, we can build, we can get better and better. The same way Batman Begins was good, and it got better. Spider-Man could have done the same thing. So they thought, let's set up everything in the sequel.
Well done.
And they couldn't.
Well done.
They couldn't.
Amazing Spider-Man 2 is a better film than The Dark Knight. I've said it.
Oh, God.
I'm going to bed. Good night, guys.
God.
I've said it.
I want to see what I actually...
Sam, fuck you.
Whose point? My point? What point?
Yeah, your point. You
carry on, sorry.
So Marvel, they spread it out over 5 films, but Sony panicked and were like, okay, we've only got 1 film to spread it out in. We might as well spread it out. I would rather have a Spider-Man film every year from Sony if they spread it out slow. Because I've read so.
See, they couldn't do that, obviously.
No. Do you know Kevin Smith, right? I want to ask you this.
Yeah.
Do you agree with this? He said Batman is such a property. They should be releasing a Batman film every year, like Star Wars.
No.
But hear how he put it out.
Okay, go on.
1 year, you give a guy. Like, have you seen The Raid, or have you heard of The Raid?
Yes.
He said 1 year, you give that guy 40 million and say make a Batman film. You said it low budget and you said it dark. Put it in Arkham or whatever. You know.
Okay, but then what else do you do
the following year? You can bring it up to 130 million.
Okay.
Every film
increases in budget. That's terrible.
No. Every
carry on.
film.
All right, explain it, and I'll shoot it down later.
It should be a standalone film. He said like DC is built on Batman. You can't get away from the fact that DC suck without Batman. Man of Steel could not carry a film. They've not got that lockdown yet. Wonder Woman,
Flash,
early rumors can't. Flash is a TV character, the only character they actually own, which works on a standalone film and have the villains to back it up.
We'll see about Aquaman.
It's Batman.
Just saying.
Right?
I think Justice League Dark would be interesting.
And he said also another thing you could do is do a TV show like Black Mirror with Batman, and just set it because he's got so many fucking villains. You can do Joker, Riddler, Two-Face, Killer Croc. You can never get bored. Yeah, I mean, so he said you give them each like an hour and a half episode, and you make it a serial like Black Mirror, or you bung it up and you do it in cinema every year, guaranteed $1 billion almost, with all the toys as well. You can have an 18 rated or 15 rated Batman as well. You bung them on once a year. You can't talk about fatigue because look at Star Wars. Get one of us every single year. And Marvel
James, we haven't even. That hasn't even happened yet. The fatigue is not set in yet. For Star Wars.
I mean, could you get a fatigue with Batman like that?
Yes.
You came back last year.
I disagree completely. I don't think you can get Batman fatigue like that. I'd be pumped.
You can get fatigue with any character. You can't be.
Oh yeah, true. But I'm saying, but one character you could argue who has the capacity to last longer than any other.
Out of all superhero characters.
Probably, yeah. Batman, yeah, I would agree. So he's a lot more complex.
Spider-Man is, though.
I don't think.
I think how I was going to relate it, I think, was or like the track I was on evidently. I think
Beast Boy
was with Spider-Man. I would rather them do a film every year to set up their world than fuck up one film they do every 2 years. I'd rather Sony do a Spider-Man 1, 2, 3, 4 in 5 consecutive years, and every film is good, because I feel if a film is good. Okay, you can get fatigue, but we would have had Marvel fatigue by now, 100%.
I have Marvel fatigue.
If the films didn't suck. I've got it slightly,
I have solo
but it's not as. Sure. I've got DC movie fatigue, and we're only 3 fucking movies in.
Yeah, but you don't have DC movie fatigue. You have shit film fatigue. That just happens to coincide with DC films.
They're 1 and 1. They're one in the same at the moment, aren't they?
After watching Man of Steel. Yeah, go on.
But with Marvel, it's like they get it right, and at the moment, 3 films from Marvel a year. It's a lot, but you know what?
Look, we'll see when it happens, because it hasn't happened yet. Yeah, no, they're all different characters, different stories, which is what keeps me hoping.
Like, what I'm saying is,
well, we haven't had the 3 film a year system yet.
Okay, but 2 films a year. Same point is still like I've still not got the fatigue that I should have by now of 2 films a year every year for like what 6, 7 years. It's ridiculous.
Then the reason I don't have that fatigue is because I don't watch half of them. I can't watch any of the Thor movies.
But I still go out there and watch it opening day. And I think it's a testament to Marvel that you can watch the same basic film every time.
But they're not the same film, are they?
No, but the same style. So that's why I'm saying Batman could work once a year, 100%. There's no reason why.
Yeah, but see, Batman is the same. It's not exactly treading the same story points, obviously, but it is the same city, the same character. It's the same sort of internal struggles, isn't it?
If you serialise Batman like that as well, then you run into the problem that we've been complaining about with Sherlock, where it's like you just have to escalate it and escalate it.
Yeah.
No, I disagree. Okay, honestly, in a dream world, you don't have to. That's what I'm saying. In a dream world, you can bang out a contained Batman film like Death in the Family, which doesn't have huge villains.
Batman films if it doesn't have a ramification for the next one. That's why Marvel films work, because they the
whole reason why they keep you wanting more is that.
Do they?
Yeah.
Yes, they do.
The Infinity Stones is the only real connector.
Yes.
Kinda. The only film that had ramifications was Winter Soldier. I can't think of another film that really had Guardians of the Galaxy, as we were talking earlier. What implications do they have? Nothing happened.
The Infinity Stone.
Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange. Nothing happened. Ant-Man, nothing happened.
Another Infinity Stone. Ant-Man, nothing did happen.
We're just listing the bad ones.
I'm missing all of them, though. I'm missing all of them.
Oh, for fuck's sake, guys.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Like, Doctor Strange has nothing in that ending that makes you go, oh, ramification. Nothing. It ends, boom.
Morda is my ramification. Spicy.
Thor Dark World. Iron Man 3.
Thor Dark World had another Infinity Stone and introduced the Collector.
No, I'm talking about apart from Infinity Stones, because that's too easy.
Alright, introducing the Collector, that can count?
No, because David was saying, like, you can't do a Batman film because what's the ramification going in the next movie? Like, will Batman be broken? Will Batman be this and that? Like, oh, what's going to happen in the next film?
Well, I mean, if you do a Batman film or a Batman series, I mean, at the end, I presume everything's going to be okay, right?
No, why should it be? Right? Have you read the comics? Have you read the comics?
Yes, I've read the comics,
tragic.
but if you're saying it's contained, then surely the next series would start as if nothing has fucking happened.
When I mean contained, I mean, say the first film you have Robin, second film you kill off Robin. You know, I'm not saying they can contain like every episode is set in its own universe. I'm saying they all connect. It's all the same Batman.
Right? The crucial difference between Batman and Black Mirror is the fact that Black Mirror, completely different settings.
Completely different settings every single time.
Completely different story every single time. Batman wouldn't be completely different every time. It would still be Batman, it would still be Alfred, it would still be the Batcave, it would still be Gotham, it would still be
I see exactly what you're saying, but I think there's an argument to be made that the amount of source material there is from Batman, and I think there's enough on Batman. You could do 100.
Oh, there's enough for loads, but
Sam's made a good point in the chat. A Batman film does not have the same kind of feel-good, repeat value draw to it that an Ant-Man or a Guardians has. So to have a deep and depressing Batman film every single year
if Christopher Nolan was still making Batman films, I probably would have stopped watching them in the cinemas.
I mean, by the end of Dark Knight Rises, I was ready to check out.
Yeah.
You know what? There was another good point. By the way, a lot of what I said there was what Kenneth Smith was saying. I was just saying it as a point. I do agree with some of it, but not all of it. But what he also said was, what are the two things about Batman? One of them is it's a mystery. It's a film noir mystery, and two, it's a kung fu. It's a kung fu film. They're the 2 points you should have. And do you know they're the two cheapest genres to ever go for? And he said there's no reason Batman film's 150 million. It could be done for 40 million, and you give it. That's how a Batman film is.
The nice thing with Batman as well is you don't need CG for him.
For him,
the way you go now, chances are with Batman,
it'll
be bigger and bigger. And it shouldn't be. I'd go for a Batman film set in Arkham, £40 million budget, intense kung fu, intense fighting, dark, gritty, 15 rated. You know, you don't need to have 150 million to have Killer Croc here, or, you know, Big Bane, how they might do, because they're the kind of villains they'll probably end up doing.
An Arkham Asylum style Killer Croc.
Alright, so, alright, give me villains that are low budget. List me 10.
Joker. I'm not going to Google it, right? Joker.
List me 10. Yep.
Penguin.
Yep.
Penguin. Riddler.
Yep.
Catwoman.
Okay.
Yep.
Black Mask.
Okay.
I said Two-Face, didn't I? Hush.
No,
he's incredible.
Okay, Two-Face, Hush.
You didn't say Two-Face.
Hush would be nearer the end if you did Hush.
Deadshot, yeah.
So that's up to 8.
Literally, look at
Okay, yeah, sounds put Deadshot.
Harlequin.
Harlequin.
Bad. Poison Ivy.
Yeah.
And before you
Poison Ivy is not low budget.
You could do her cheap. I'm sorry.
No.
Depends how big you want to make it.
You need money for Poison Ivy.
You'd need money. She's controlling fucking plants.
You wouldn't. Mr. Freeze,
not really. No,
it's a personal story. It's a personal story.
In a modern action film, I would say you need.
In a modern action film, we're going to talk about modern action films. We're going to talk about how villains you could do for like low.
I mean, you could do Freeze low budget. You could do any Batman villain low budget, except for
this.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right.
And Killer Moth as well. Killer Moth would be hard to do low budget.
Okay. Talia al Ghul and Ra's al Ghul.
Okay.
Calendar Man.
Yeah.
Okay, no, Scarecrow. Show me that you can do him low budget.
Yeah, he's been done. He's been done.
But you could do him even cheaper. Hugo Strange, one of the arguably biggest ones. I remember he was in Arkham City.
Yep.
Amazing villain. You could do him low budget. What else do you have? You could do Bane low budget. I mean, look at fucking Tom Hardy. He didn't cost any more money, did he?
But I mean, if you did Bane on that kind of serial, you'd have to do Nightfall. and so you'd have to have big brain and you'd have to break his back.
No, I agree completely. But I'm saying that. I mean, it's not just for the serial, but just like in general, like for a film, you don't have to spend 150 million to get a really good.
No, you don't. And Deadpool helped prove that
Mad
as well.
Hatter?
Yeah.
Deadpool had
Man-Bat, no. Man-Bat's CGI.
Here's the thing though with Man-Bat, right?
There is no thing, he's CGI.
Killer Croc, right? You know Killer Croc and CGI.
James, he fucking flies. He's CGI.
But I think also, like, let's not underestimate how expensive or cheap. Like, Deadpool was made for 50 million.
But no one fucking flies in Deadpool. There are no air battles.
Man-Bat.
And if you did Man-Bat, you'd need to make Batman fly as well to fight him, most likely.
Fair enough. Okay. Fair enough. Victor Zsasz, he's a big one, isn't he? He's in.
Not really. All he does is fucking cut people.
He's scraping the barrel a bit if you go to Zsasz.
Yes.
Sure.
I don't know. I think Zsasz could be. I mean, he is dark. Like,
he's dark, but he's not a
he's just fucking cutting people.
Yeah, but then again, when the Joker started, he wasn't deep. You could.
James, he's not the fucking. He hasn't got the psychology of the Joker. He just fucking cuts people.
I know, but I'm saying he's only.
You can't build a film around him, James. So that one doesn't count.
He kills people. He's a serial killer.
He is fucking first act. Like he was a side character in the Nolan films.
Oh yeah, I'm not disagreeing. But I'm just saying he is a character that you could have.
You could have enough for a whole film
in order to demonstrate a plot device that will come in later.
Yeah,
that's why.
But he is still. You asked me for like I've given you like.
I know. All right, and we just shut that one down. So carry on.
I am going on.
Here's something that I very strongly believe about the Batman films that I really think they should do is stop putting the Joker in them. Put the Riddler in something. Get rid of the Joker.
Yeah, I want a Riddler film. I want a fucking Riddler film so badly.
You want to know why I disagree with that? For one reason, and one reason only, right?
What?
As much as I love
marketing, obviously, money.
As much as I love Heath Ledger's Joker, I think it's one of the greatest performances all about. The worst thing about it is that you could never see it again. I'm waiting for that Joker, which you can use it for a couple of stories. Because there's more than one good Joker storyline. I'm waiting for that Joker you get to have at least 3 or 4 films. That doesn't mean in a row. And Ben Shaw, stop him. But I want to see a relationship develop.
See, I think Leto's Joker can work for that multiple film thing.
Move on to another villain. We spent 10 minutes listing how many good Batman villains there are, and they're still putting the Joker
those are only the low budget ones. Like, I want to fucking see Clayface. I think Clayface would be fucking insane.
You've introduced the Joker in the first film, like Dark Knight. Let's say Dark Knight, okay?
Oh, fuck this.
Then you have Dark Knight
Rises.
Dark Knight Rises. You have the Joker in it at some degree or whatever, but you set up the other Batman, what's his name? Blake. Robin, right? Batman comes back.
Drake,
he's old and retired. Blake dies in a gruesome, dark fucking way. He's like, who can it be? Yeah. I don't fucking know. It's the Joker. So already with 3 films in, and he's already death of the family's happened. And you could have gone on and on until you do get to a closing point where Batman kills the Joker. That is how I think Nolan would have ended it. I think.
I don't want to see the Joker anymore. I'm so sick of seeing the Joker everywhere. I don't want to see.
We've still not had him done right long term. We've had him done right once.
Yeah, I know, but if we do him right long term, then that means he needs to be long term, which is not what
we've had him done right long term in the TV series, in the games, and we had him in the Dark Knight, and we've had him in Suicide Squad. I still want to see a Joker live action in cinema. Do a death of a family or a killing joke, and then I'm happy. Then by all means, rest it. But we've not had him perfect yet. He's completely lost his gravity for me as a villain. Because when I see the Joker, I no longer think of like the philosophies or.
Well, it's not that. It's just that, like we've seen that kind of crazy, psychotic character play out multiple times already.
Then I argue we've not gotten that perfect, because I think a perfect Joker portrayal.
But we don't need that, because it's literally just replaying the same trope. Just now it has the Joker's face on it again.
I disagree. I used to always have a very unpopular opinion sort of feature of Joker. I always said it was a great villain portrayal, but it wasn't the Joker I would have wanted.
Why not? Because it's not traditional.
Because a lot of people are like, I think it's incredible, and I think as a Joker it's great. But I still am waiting.
The perfect Nolan villain for that movie as well.
100%. But
it's the best Nolan villain that we've got.
There's still room for a great Joker, like a with Harlequin, Mark Hamill-esque Joker. And My point is, I want to see that. They've not got it right yet. And if you get that Joker right, because you were saying like, oh, there's so many crazy villains and they're all Joker-esque and blah blah blah. If you get the Joker how he's supposed to be done right, you won't be saying that about him because you wouldn't be just a crazy guy.
Because
Killing Joke makes you.
It's the makeup, it's the whole look, it's the voice, it's all that stuff. Like, I'm just bored of it. The entire Joker aesthetic.
I
was insane.
Look, I agree. I agree the point. Don't get me wrong. But like the Joker as a character and as a trope, because a lot of villains now, like they're trying to make the Riddler Joker-esque in a lot of ways. Look at fucking Lex Luthor. He was Joker-esque in the way he behaves. Yeah, like, oh, that's how we do a villain now, is it? But I'm just saying, honestly. Again, it's pretty hypothetical. This isn't going to happen, or I say I want to happen. But
see, the
day we get a perfect Joker on screen will be the day you go, okay, fair enough. This isn't just your run-of-the-mill crazy villain, because there is more to the Joker than that, and that's why he stayed so long. That's why he stayed so long.
He stayed so long because people know the character. Because Heath Ledger put that character.
Why do they know the character? They like the character. They know it because they like it. Why do they like it? Yeah. Because it actually is.
Great, lovely.
When you but it's played out now. It's so played out.
It's been played out in the comics for the last 20 years. But they still find new ways to make it interesting. That's what we're going to do the film.
New ways as in making their 3 Jokers. That's fucking great, isn't it? Well done, DC. Fucking shit rebirth dog shit.
Like, honestly talking.
Sorry about that.
I'm still waiting, and here's the thing, David. You're probably still gonna be fine because put it this way, we're not gonna get a new Joker in films for I think at least 10 years. Honestly,
I hope it's longer than that, but yeah.
Because it's gonna be about 6 years of Leto. And then they might take a break, I'd imagine. Or at least do another character or whatever we might. But my point is, like, we won't have it for another 10 years. So I'm saying, you don't have to sit there like, oh, as soon as Letter's done, like, Letter's done tomorrow, James comes in and he bangs out another Joker and he bugs up. I'm willing to wait for 10 years, but I'm saying, in my lifetime, there has to be a great Joker portrayal. I think there will be, but I'm saying I don't necessarily want it tomorrow. I don't want it in this universe. I want a great Joker in a great Batman universe, whether it's share or not, I don't care. That is not going to happen with this Ben Affleck and DC, so I'm not holding my breath to happen anytime soon.
Thanks,
I don't want
James.
it to happen anytime soon. You're welcome. I don't want it to happen anytime soon at all. I'd rather wait. The same way, like, if they offered me Mandarin and Iron Man, I'd say, you know what, let's wait till the reboot. Let's wait till 20 years to do an amazing Mandarin storyline with Iron Man. I don't want to sit in this Iron Man. It is about waiting, but like, I do think... Will you allow me in my lifetime, David, to have one more Joker portrayal?
In your lifetime, yeah, but I'm saying, like, this is at least 30 years down the road, is when I'd be willing to see that.
Oh, 30 years, though. 30
willing?
Years.
Or when it's
There's
actually going to happen?
There's so many actors who I think would be an incredible Joker, who I would not want to wait 30 years for. Who's your dream Joker? If you had to recast Joker in your mind...
Me. Nah, I do
I would
shit
have said
Joker.
Jared Leto before Suicide Squad.
Yeah, Jared Leto's my number one choice. Jared Leto's
I would have absolutely said him before.
I still think he can be a good Joker.
I still think he can do a great Joker.
I know it's opposite to everything he's been saying.
I think this one can be good.
In every interview. If you honestly think this was his choice, I think you're very wrong. He acts like he is.
I think he's got a great Joker in him.
Well, I think what I found interesting, or I think I found this somewhere, was that in an article, someone talking about Jared Leto's process in becoming the Joker, but not about how he was sending condoms and stuff and going, or like methods in inverted commas, but it was their approach to doing the Joker. James, what the fuck? Was an attempt to differentiate it from Heath Ledger's Joker, which I think, and I think what the person was saying is the wrong approach. Because it should have been about, let's make this character the best character that it can be in this scenario, rather than let's just be different. Let's go. All right, he chose left. I'll choose right.
Really good character.
Yeah.
Yeah. They chose right last time, so
let's pick left.
That went really well.
But you know, here's the thing. Heath Ledger's Joker, I could not see interacting very well with a Harlequin, because I like this Harlequin. She was alright.
No, Heath Ledger's Joker does not work with people.
That's what I mean. So I'm saying
there is no seductiveness there.
So what I mean is, like, they got a good Joker without Harlequin, but there's still a Joker with Harlequin. And that needed to be shown. Yeah, right. And they could have found that Joker, but they didn't. They decided to just concentrate on Ledger.
And Margot Robbie is a great Harlequin as well.
Yes.
I'm just going to throw that
The voice annoys me. The voice annoys me. She should have done a voice on Wolf of Wall Street, but it was
we're still sort of on that subject, Sam.
So yeah, who's your favourite? Who's your choice of the Joker? Because I think everybody kind of liked Leto's
Andrew Garfield. Emma Stone. Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone is the next Joker.
Harlequin and Joker.
I'm calling it now.
No, because they're too romantic together.
Adam Driver.
Adam Driver would be incredible.
Adam Driver would be awesome as the Joker.
I think he's one of the best young actors in Hollywood, and
he's got that face.
Awesome.
And he's tall enough.
Wow. Would be really mocks him for Kylo Ren. It's like Kylo Ren is an awesome villain. Why are you mocking him?
I want to see. When's Patterson out here, Sam? Because I want to see Patterson.
Patterson is very good. Patterson is incredible. It's not
Jim
like
Jarmusch is my man.
Year, but it's
well, no, because it's about a fucking poetry writing bus driver.
No, but what I mean is like it's one of those films like
just kidding.
I think it will be forgotten, sadly, but it's an incredible film.
I'm sorry.
You know, okay, who's your choice for the Joker? So we had. So your choice is Adam Driver. I would have said Adam Driver, like thinking about it.
Well, fuck you. I win.
If you go older Joker, right?
Crispin Glover.
Mark Hamill.
I'm gonna say Joaquin Phoenix.
He's too little and fat in my head.
Yeah, but you go. Oh yeah.
I want someone tall and wiry. Not gonna lie. I want that Joker.
Again, it does come down to like what Joker. If you go
I'm sorry.
Ledger, but still try to be like Joker-esque, I think Joaquin Phoenix has the acting chops. If you go tall and wiry, or like someone who looks more like the Joker.
Well, Crispin Glover is the Joker, literally.
I'd much rather see an actor who doesn't embody him.
Mental Joker.
Oh my no!
Too similar.
It'd be very heated. I would say.
And I think it'd be too similar to what's called No Country for Old Men.
Yeah, it would just be that.
Yeah.
Which no complaints, but
it's going to sound racist, but like.
The Joker needs to be white, does he?
No, the accent. Could he do a really believable American accent? I've not heard it.
That's good.
He has a twinge to his voice.
Yeah.
Like, even in Skyfall, when he's not playing necessarily, he has that twinge to his voice. But like,
can Alex?
David Tennant was always, I think, a perfect choice for Riddler, but it's definitely a big enough name.
Tennant would be a good Riddler. He would have been 5-10 years ago when he was Doctor Who.
Even now, he'd be a decent.
Jim Carrey.
I'd say he's
Jim Carrey as the Joker, but he'd be if you tell Jim Carrey, look, we want you to do the Joker, but not as Jim Carrey does the Joker, because that's too obvious. Like Jim Carrey could just I'm gonna play it dark. Don't play it
Jim Carrey can go fucking dark.
Jim Carrey
What was it?
It'd be so obvious, everybody would expect Jim Carrey to be like, I'm the Joker. But if you play it completely different kind of what they're expecting, like still very physical.
Week 9, is it week 9? I thought it was 7. Shit.
Underplayed. That's what I'd like to see from him. Who else is there? Adam Driver's a shout, and Jim Carrey would be interesting because I think everybody would be expecting one thing, but if he gave it another thing, then you're like, damn. Same with Heath Ledger, everybody expected one thing.
How about John Boyega?
Nah.
Yeah. Daisy Ridley. Let's females can play Joker too, right?
Yeah, women can be Doctor Who apparently, according to.
I'd have Olivia Colman. Olivia Colman's my number one choice.
Nah, fuck her, man. Gillian Anderson.
I don't care about Doctor Who anymore, so they can do whatever they want.
Yeah, they can do
I
it.
love Olivia Colman. I love Peep Show.
Dinklage. Oh, Sam, you just picking him out because he's a little man. That's rude. That's just rude.
I want to say Warwick Davis as Doctor Who.
Could we have
who was I going to say?
Peter Dinklage as the Joker? That would be awesome. That would be so good. We could have a midget Joker. It would be the best thing ever.
God. They said Doctor Who could be black too. That won't fucking happen.
Which is like really
Catwoman,
which you wouldn't expect for any character.
Give me a Catwoman. James, ready up?
As Idris Elba.
Idris Elba as Catwoman. Give me a Catwoman. Right, in this new DCU,
I love James
who
Bond, right?
Who could be Catwoman?
Can I be really racist for a minute? Okay, yeah.
Who'd be Catwoman?
Who would be Catwoman? Fuck you, David.
I couldn't see Emma Stone being physical enough. I don't know, because
she's not sexy enough to be Catwoman. No offense, Emma Stone.
How dare you?
Beautiful, yes. Sexy, no. There's a difference.
She's a good-looking woman, but she's not Catwoman.
You know who I'd have to do a young Catwoman? What year?
Now they're like
age
goldfish eyes,
or is that in our imaginary world?
Well, I mean, if Batman's in his 50s, I'd say Catwoman is in her 30s.
Yeah, because I had an idea for Catwoman.
I think Halle Berry would be a great Catwoman.
You know what? I think she could come back and do a good job.
I think she genuinely could.
Says a lot about the acting industry, doesn't it? You know who I think would be a really great Catwoman if you cast younger?
Anne Hathaway.
No, I think Anne. What was it? Anna. She was in Split.
Oh, Anya Taylor-Joy.
One of my favourite films.
Nah, she's got her face is too fat.
You play her young.
What am I saying?
More like fat women, alright?
I'm trying to think of like.
Nah, her face is too fat though. I think.
She. Ronda Rousey. Just make her a fucking bodybuilding.
What a tank! Yeah. Kate Winslet, no. Andrew, no.
Kate Winslet.
Charlize Theron, I think, would be a decent choice if you're going like older Catwoman. To, like, deal with that.
Is she too tall?
What's even better?
Alright, James.
Sort of really no, but like feminine cat stride you can have and.
Nah, but she's a little cat. She ain't no lion, you know. She ain't no giraffe.
No, but you could see like the long leg walking would be, you know.
Yeah, but they gotta be little podgy, sexy legs, innit? Like J-Lo. J-Lo is Catwoman.
Iggy Azalea as Catwoman.
But she got the face of like the older Catwoman who had plastic
Yeah, I'm
surgery.
feeling like a little Latina lady. Be good for Catwoman. In my head.
Sorry.
Batman!
A casting choice, which is oh yeah. By the way, I was gonna say, you know Idris Elba, right? You know Idris Elba.
Yeah.
I want him as James Bond, but he doesn't work as James Bond because I read something interesting. It's like, you know, where James Bond like goes into like these Mediterranean countries to blend in and be inconspicuous, right?
Whoa.
No, but listen, they're racist countries, right? Some of them. Well, like if you're black.
Are you saying that like, he's black, so he can't be a spy?
No, honestly, that was a good
That's what you're saying.
Genuinely.
That's what you're saying.
No, listen. It's not my point. I'll find the article.
I called this earlier in the stream. I said we talked about the transgender. We talked about
we got a drop in the racism. He's too street. Oh, who said that?
You know Casino Royale.
Who said that? Who said that, Sam? Someone said that. Oh, the writer of Young Bond. I can't remember his name, but someone said Idris Elba was too street to be Bond.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't remember who it was.
But you know Casino Royale?
There was so much hubbub.
You know Casino Royale? You know the opening of Casino Royale?
Yeah.
I know, because we always get caught robbing shit, right, Andrew?
I know, because this is not my point. This is definitely fucking this article, because I don't even remember Casino Royale.
I don't know.
It said, if you put Idris Elba as Bond in that situation, it wouldn't have worked from and yeah, it was like I don't know if that worked.
But they're in Africa. He'd blend in.
Yeah, they're in Africa. It's a black crowd.
Nice, David.
So I don't know what the article said. All I know is I'm not racist. I want him to be James Bond, but someone said it wouldn't have worked with some of the past James Bond films and stories.
The two street comment, right? The two street comment. I'm not defending it.
He's an actor.
What I am saying is that James Bond is a very upper class gentleman. Idris Elba does not have enough class.
That's true. I'll give you that.
Nothing to do with his race or anything, but.
But then, could you go for David Oyelowo then?
No.
Yeah. Why not?
I'd rather have Idris Elba.
I think Idris Elba does sell me more on. The guy from Hustle.
No, but what's a James Bond film, Ethan? That's the question, and David. What's the question? James Bond films nowadays is. More action-y, right?
Actionally oriented, yeah.
If it was proper spy,
I want fucking spies.
Then David Oyelowo would probably be a better choice.
Sorry, I didn't get that name, James.
If you Dave, right? You bump Dave in the role. But if you want someone who's going to kick some serious fucking ass, right? You want Idris Elba.
Yeah, Idris Elba. He's doing that documentary Fighter, innit? I want to watch it. It looks sick.
Kill someone with a punch. That's Idris Elba. That's why I'd have Idris Elba. Is there any other?
That was quite good.
Same with what's his name? The guy from Star Wars, John Boyega. He'd probably play the young, smart, kind of upper class kind of James Bond. But you want someone who's going to punch someone and their brain's going to explode.
Yeah, the problem with John Boyega as well is he's like too almost humble in a way. Like he doesn't have that sort of arrogance.
Yeah, see, that's why I can't buy Henry Cavill as Bond. because he's too too nice. He's Superman. He's too Boy Scout.
Okay, I defend the greatest James Bond you can ever have, and I've said this. My mum said this, but she's a huge fan of this one. So, and I never thought about it until you said it.
Rowan Atkinson, lovely.
Michael Fassbender would own it. It'd be incredible.
He'd be great Bond, but I don't want him to be Bond because he's Michael Fassbender.
Yeah.
You want to know why he works? Has anybody read the books? Has anybody read the books? So I haven't. My mum only has. Do you know what he said? He's like, James Bond.
My dad has.
He's a dark. He's a
fucking sociopath. Yeah.
The original writer wanted him to be this real dark fuck. And the only actor I can think of who's like in the running or anything who just screams dark fucker when you look at him. Who's
Does he though?
Tom Hardy isn't believable.
Idris Elba.
He's Michael
Oh yeah, he's a dark fucker, isn't he?
No, but Michael Fassbender.
God.
He can scream.
What has this become?
Yeah.
Fassbender's an incredible actor. He can scream intense.
He is.
And that's why I'm like, you know what? And yeah,
but what about Benedict Cumberbatch, guys?
No.
Definitely not.
No.
Someone said that the best combination you'd ever have is a Michael Fassbender film directed by Christopher Nolan.
See,
and have that for the next Bond film. That'd be it.
Is he not in Dunkirk, Fassbender? Or am I getting confused?
No, he's not.
That's what I think would be incredible.
Everyone else is though.
Yeah.
Atlanta Falcons are beating New England Patriots 7-0.
No, actually, no, never mind.
No, are they?
The odds were extremely good if you put it on Falcons. You'd have made us some serious money. If they obviously it's early days. Only another 3 hours left, you know. But no, what I said about Idris Elba wasn't racist. It was just like I remember reading.
No, I think it's just fun to play up your racism, James. I mean, I'm sure you're not.
The thing is with James Bond,
maybe.
Right?
He's my number one choice actually. Him and Fassbender.
I mean, a black guy can't be called James. Right? Right? Go on.
Yeah.
Prove me wrong.
I know a black person called James.
Fuck off, no you don't.
I don't care about the race of any character. There's a couple of characters that
I'm joking.
couldn't change the race.
Bond is Scottish, apparently, so therefore he can't be black.
No black Scottish people.
There are no black Scottish people.
Okay, this is a question. Has anybody seen Filth?
No, I haven't, but it's on Netflix.
Is this related to black people?
This is related to James McAvoy.
I find that
yeah, James McAvoy.
Yes, I agree, Andrew. James
Bond's
autistic.
Has anybody seen Trainspotting, the original Trainspotting?
Yeah, nope. Trainspotting. Oh, Ewan McGregor's Bond. Yeah, let's go.
I love. Oh yeah, he'd be good. But I love that film.
No, you wouldn't.
And I was
He's too nice
Filth.
as well.
I was watching Filth, and it's by the same author as Trainspotting. So I was like, oh, check this out, and it's not got as well reviewed or anything.
No.
Filth scarred me. Like
really?
Scarred me full stop. And I would recommend it to anybody.
Sam believes that Idris Elba could be as upper class. I don't know. I think there's something in his tone of voice that betrays a kind of.
Daniel Craig has it. Daniel Craig has a nice. It's not upper class. It's like
gravelly.
Suave.
It's gravelly.
Suave.
Yeah, the suaveness.
Suave.
Idris Elba's suave in a different way that I don't think is Bond.
No, Idris Elba has. He doesn't have class. He has sex appeal.
He's got that charisma.
Idris Elba. Daniel Craig is kind of like.
The thing is, the thing that Elba could do that Daniel Craig couldn't do. Idris Elba can do the thing from the old movies where he walks into the office, he throws the hat, and he lands on the hat stand. Daniel Craig can never pull that off. Idris Elba could absolutely pull that off. Opening shot of the film could be him.
Yeah, and Idris Elba walking into a room full of women would attract some eyes.
Can I tell you why right now Idris Elba will not be Bond, and it will actually be
He won't.
He won't.
Daniel Craig, 100%. Can I tell you why? But where they ended.
It's like set up to be.
I'm not going to be. This is not a race thing. This is a funny thing.
Because he can't be.
No, it is a race thing. What I'm going to say, it is a race thing.
It is.
You know, you have him and his girlfriend, right? It's like,
that was fucking dumb. But carry on.
If then they woke up and he was suddenly black, in that world, I would just find that daftly hilarious. Like she has to treat it. Obviously, about James Bond, he's always been like that. I just find it funny a little bit. Just because of the sheer absurdity of the fact, it's the same exact story.
That looks
suddenly
really
they've
dumb.
changed the actor. But where it'd be still weird with a different actor, the fact that he'd be black would make this even more noticeable, I think. That's why I don't think they're going to change it yet. They'll end it and then they'll.
Because she'd wake up and then they'd be like.
Or
she'd be halfway. They'd be halfway through intercourse, and then she'd be like, "There's an extra 5 inches of dick down here. What do I do?" She was not prepared for that.
I've heard a very interesting theory running around, right?
Andrew, why?
Bond used to be.
That's just wrong. Why can't they both be black? Andrew said if James Bond is black, then Moneypenny has to be white.
Obviously set when it used to be set and all of that, and
like,
we know all about M and all of that.
Naomi Harris is bae. She's in Moonlight as well. It's apparently fucking awesome.
Can I say something that you'll either hate or you might like? So before you automatically.
James, either way, it's probably going to be racist or upset me. So carry on.
You'll either hate it or you might
yes, Sam.
No, you'll either hate it.
Watch that,
think about it, still hate it, or
watch Wilder People.
Skyfall is incredible.
I was going to watch that last night. I didn't.
Great. So
well, it's fucking awesome, David. Watch it.
After they do Spectre, the next Storm film is Daniel Craig, right?
Oh,
they killed Daniel Craig's Bond off. They killed Daniel Craig.
Yeah, but then that confirms the theory that Bond is a codename.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. They then confirm it as a codename. Then you can do unlimited Bond films. There's never a query. There's never anything about racism. James Bond is a codename. He's never existed.
A lot of people
straight away the haters. You can't do that. James Bond.
Yeah, I mean you can't.
He's not a character with any discernible backstory. He's not a character that
they set out a backstory.
Backstory Bond. All of that. You don't think about that, do you? Here's the thing. Batman isn't interesting because of Batman. Batman's interesting because of Bruce Wayne.
Well,
Bond is an
there's a symbiotic relationship.
Batman is interesting because of Bruce Wayne. He's the man in. Put it this right. You know the new Batman in
I do.
Nolan's world. It's going to be what's his name? It's going to be John Blake. He as Batman's like, okay, that's not that interesting. It's still Batman.
Well, it's not because
Batman
he's not. It's not though. It's not because it's the reason why he's Batman.
Essentially, yeah. But Batman's a symbol.
Is because he's.
And why Batman's interesting is Bruce Wayne. Anything you say. Symbol. That's what. No, but what I'm saying is, if you made him a symbol, it'd make him no less interesting.
Well, you can't make him a symbol after 70 years of films, all right?
Yes.
Tell me something about Bond. Tell me something about Bond that isn't just a personality
Scottish.
Trait, a history. A history about Bond. What have we learned?
Has
about
a half brother who turns out to be Blofeld.
He's an orphan.
That's a terrible backstory. That is.
You're a terrible backstory.
That's the only thing we've learned. In all these years of Bond, that's the first thing.
Oh my god, is that going to go top bins? Holy shit.
We could pull out some mad trivia on him though, because that stuff exists.
Look, I don't know
what
to happen, but I'm saying the only way I could see him being black and it working like better than if you just change your character's race suddenly is if you do that. Yeah,
it's not bad as Bond, Sam. Hate's probably a bit too strong. But Spectre will sell you though, I'd say. Sam hates Daniel Craig's Bond.
Skyfall's great.
Skyfall, sorry.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, what?
No, Spectre will just kill any hope you have in the Bond franchise.
Yeah, it seems like a good bad.
He regenerates.
Casino Royale, great. When we get
Casino Royale and Spectre. No, Quantum of Solace, yeah. It's a nothing film. I didn't even know it exists half the time.
Pretty poor game with Spectre.
Oh, I ran out of boost.
Spectre sucks because they wanted to do a world.
Good film, bad film, good film, bad film. So we're overdue a good one.
I still want to see the end of a trilogy. Like I still think that
there's been a trilogy.
In my eyes.
It's a quadrilogy.
No. I still think how I view it is as a nearly complete trilogy. Skyfall, Spectre, we got one more because the director who directs it.
Skyfall, Spectre, and one more. What are you on?
From a director, I want one more. I want the director to finish his trilogy. I'm sorry, you got Blofeld, who's still around and alive.
Yeah, but fucking
villains that don't survive.
But guess what? It's James Bond. The villains are always like around and lurking and stuff.
No, they all die.
They don't all die. Did Blofeld die?
Apart from Blofeld necessarily.
Well, there you go. So they left it perfectly.
After like 5 films.
This is another point. I know they call it this is Bond 25, blah blah blah. But it's not really. It's almost like a reboot, isn't it?
Sam.
You got a different Blofeld.
That's not even funny. That's not even funny.
That hurts me.
No, he didn't say anything racist. He just said something that's just like why? Why?
What?
John Hurt to be next Bond.
And David Bowie can sing the theme tune. Anyway, I just personally think though.
If Bowie did a fucking Bond theme, bloody hell, that would have been awesome. That would have been awesome.
Ethan, so you know,
he should have done one of the weird ones.
Why can't we
use CGI, turn him into Tarkin? I mean, we have Rebond.
No, I mean again. What's?
Well, they will, and they'll cast Idris Elba.
They won't reboot it fully. They'll keep the same like.
Well, that's how Bond works. You don't reboot. You just carry on.
Just go back to old
and you just ignore it.
Where it's slightly tongue in cheek and it's slightly.
Yeah, but they did that with Spectre. That was Spectre.
You can't make it Kingsman. Obviously, Kingsman was a full-blown comedy, but you can't make it like. I think because Kingsman made fun of like, oh, he's trying to build copies. So if you suddenly have James Bond be a little bit like that, it'll be too much like, okay. I want Bond.
Carrie Fisher for next James Bond. Nice.
Like, go back to sort of some of the Sean Connery stuff.
Can I tell you what I'd do if I was in charge of Bond? I would say let's set it back during the Civil War.
Go period piece.
Yeah, and then you just because then you never have to worry about like, updating it. No, I wouldn't do it yourself, but I'd go Michael Fassbender, Nolan doing a Cold War.
Oh no, you couldn't have a black James Bond in the 60s.
No.
That'd just be downright silly.
How cool would it be if you like recreate, you know, like history, right? If I was in charge of Bond.
Oh, and like have Bond as a Nazi.
No, Bond's responsible for every major thing that's happened.
That'd be too shit.
Oh,
that'd be so shit.
It'd be, it's basically what it'd be like is America and First Class was like, oh, but the mutants were responsible to to stop the Cuban Missile Crisis. Fuck that!
Yeah,
it was Bond.
That was a great film, wasn't it?
Bond was doing that shit.
You said it was like, okay. You shit.
I said it was the closest to being a film that I might like.
Oh, okay.
How cool would it be though if you have like America and Russia and then England, who like never really referenced too much in like when people are looking at the Cold War from a periscope down. I would like the UK be like, look, Bond. Inherently British, be like, look, the US are fucking up, Russia's fucking up. We can't trust them. Send them over. I mean, you send Bond in to be like, okay, England have to fix it all again. England come in, boom. How cool would that be? It's like England fixing everybody's issues.
Oh, it'd be great for patriotism.
Yeah, but like, it's like, I could just imagine a scene with M being like, look, the US are fucking up, Russia's fucking up, it's down to us again. Bond,
I think now would be a good time, sort of politically, to throw in a film like that. I think British people would latch onto that quite well.
We always love Bond. Bond's the shit for us.
Like, if we set in America, it's going to be kind of like
we're bailing the Americans out because they're stupid. That would go down very well, I think.
I know whether Americans would like it too much.
Though, if you could have like, oh, guess what? Guess who was in charge of Russia kind of secretly all along? Some guy who's, making profits from potential nuclear war. Maybe he's building like bomb shelters and he's this big pragmatic businessman who's loved by everyone, but deep down he's like, I want a fucking war, fucking burn the cunts, Kingman style, like, we'll be fine in a fucking place in New Zealand, just have everybody kill each other, we'll make all the money, we'll be all fine and safe. Bond's like, fuck you, none of this, I'm stopping the nuclear war, bang bang bang, couple of bullets, you're done.
Alright, I think what they should do with Bond is they should I think they should do like a reboot kind of thing, or like maybe a spin-off, I don't know, where they set it in like New York and they cast someone like Andrew Garfield as Bond, right? And you could have the villain like do like all this like cool electrical stuff, and then you could have like the rich villain as well with he played by
Moneypenny would be played by Emma Stone.
Exactly.
Obviously.
That'd be awesome. It'd be great.
I think Bond needs to, if it's going to have a big reboot, I think set it back where the books were set and
it needs to
reboot the stories. Like the stories are good. Reboot the stories.
And they're quite dated as well, so you could actually go around and fix them quite a lot and make them sort of palatable to a modern audience.
Imagine like a Goldfinger.
Guess what? Going back and watching like some of the old Bond films, they do not hold up. So
oh no.
No.
Pussy galore.
Remaking Dr. No or Goldfinger. You remake them. Yeah. I bet you could
and
really
the bloody voodoo guys.
The bloody voodoo guys.
You could get away.
Great boat chase. Boat chase is impossible to top.
Do you know what I do? If my dream team would be a Sicario writer, the guy who wrote Sicario.
Okay. Taylor Sheridan.
And either Dennis Villeneuve or Christopher Nolan.
Tyler.
Dennis Villeneuve, obviously. He's had. No, I think he also had Sicario, but he had Arrival this year. He's got Blade Runner coming out. It'd be incredible fun.
We'll see how Blade Runner goes, because all he's done so far is make his own stuff, or like own contained worlds.
Everything he's done, though. Everything he's done
there has been great.
Probably the hottest.
Great cross in there, James.
And then he's doing Dune as well. It's like he's the hottest director working today, just because of Sicario and
Well done, David. He did do Sicario. Not doing the second one, though.
Prisoners as well, he did.
Prisoners is good.
This guy. He's not made one bad film.
Yep.
So, like, he'd be a good choice. And his films are similar. Like, when you watch him, you're like,
I think if James Bond was Drive... Not with Ryan Gosling, obviously.
Starring Nicolas Cage.
Yes, that
film. You
film.
couldn't have it directed by Nicholas Winding Refn could never do a James Bond film.
Oh no. Well, I don't know. Well, no. Yeah, if he just directed it, maybe it'd look nice.
He's one of my favourite. Did you see Neon Demon?
Yeah, great film.
Great or enjoyable?
What? Great.
Oh, you bastard. Because I think it
I like all of his
fails and every bit of
films.
film should be, but I enjoyed it.
Does it though? In what way?
Yeah.
How does it fail?
It's not a good film. It's not a good film. It's.
In what way?
It looks beautiful. It sounds beautiful. It's just not. He can't write. I think we've learned from Only God Forgives and from Neon Demon.
Well, is it that he can't write, or that he doesn't write dialogue? As in quantity-wise rather than quality-wise. Quality, I'll debate you on.
Drive didn't have a lot of dialogue, and it wasn't written by him, but it was still a really good, cohesive story. Neon Demon, I enjoyed, right? I enjoyed it. If you were to tell me if it was a good film, I don't think it's a good film. It does a lot of it. Every technical aspect is great, but as soon as it gets into the acting wasn't bad. I mean, none of it was special, but it was the writing that let it down. I think he needs a writer.
See, it depends what you're going in for in that kind of a film, because
if you're going in for like a Nicholas Winding Refn film and you don't care if it's good, you just want to have that visual experience.
Well, see, that's not the thing. See, like everyone says that he's just purely visuals.
Oh no!
But
it's not purely visual. Drive was more than a visual film.
Well, yeah.
It was great.
But I see his films are parables for me. They're parables. That's what he makes. Are fucking parables. So I don't see them as James. Well done. I don't see them as like your traditional film. I see it more as
if you go in, if you go
like
into
a parable.
Film, don't go in for a. Apart from his thing, Drive was such a good film.
Drive is a perfect film.
It's joint with Mad Max and Birdman as the best film of the 2010s. I think I'd put it up there. I think it's incredible.
I don't know.
However, why it worked.
I wouldn't put Mad Max up there.
The story works well. Get away from all the visuals and talk about this as a film. Like, it could look however, but not as a film. The script is so tight. You can tell it's based on a book because it is so tight. It works. You've gone by any director, he'd probably be good with it. The visual element just helps it, right? But no matter what, it was probably going to be a good, decent film if you had a competent director. But visually and technically, the film was great. So you combine those two aspects.
I wish this was ranked.
With Winding Refn, though, if you don't get that great writing aspect,
so good at names, James.
It does show. I think.
I guess. Let's move on to something that people will actually care about.
Amazing Spider-Man 2 has the word amazing in the title. Okay.
It must be good.
No. They knew when they were making it that it was gold.
What's your favourite foreign film? If anybody watches one?
I haven't watched none.
Amazing Spider-Man 2.
It was fucking foreign to me.
It's got Jamie Foxx
Foreign
in it.
film. What film have I seen that isn't in the English language? Shit.
And if anybody here says either Untouchables or City of God, get out.
No, we're not.
I was gonna say Untouchables. Is that that's the French one, right?
Oh, the French one that we saw.
Yeah, there's two Untouchables. There's one with the man in the wheelchair, and
yeah, that's the one I'm saying.
I haven't seen it.
Just get out.
I'll probably say Apocalypto when I get around to seeing it.
Apocalypto, that's American.
I know it's American, but it's not in the American language. No, it's not.
By Mel Gibson.
I know it's by Mel Gibson, but I swear they all speak.
That's racist.
Yeah, it is.
I think there might be moments where they have that. I've not seen it, but it's
I'm sure it's all in their Aztec-y language and with subtitles.
Maybe some of it is.
I'll watch it during the break.
To the discussion of foreign films, Yu-Gi-Oh! Bonds Beyond Time is a fantastic film, which brings together the three best generations of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime.
Ready up, please, you little shit, James.
No, yeah, it's in English. It's in English. And also, there is some bits of it in.
Wow, Blazer629 can fucking get the fuck out, little cunt. Fake and gay. Who do you think we are? Sav. We ain't fake. We ain't gay. We're all the above.
I don't know. My thing is, I think it might be in like the Mayan language. I don't know. I've got two conflicting reports. Even if it is though, it's not really foreign, is it?
Oh fuck you, you racist little shit.
Are there immigrants in it? Then it's foreign.
Confirmed.
Muslim.
Oh, I didn't put that in the description.
I'd recommend Dogtooth and Old Boy. Old Boy and Dogtooth, I think.
Oh, Old Boy. That's a shout. I haven't seen it, but it's a shout.
Oh, you've seen Old Boy.
Oh, it's Rahul. Right. Well, Rahul, you can stay for a little bit.
This has been my favourite stream to ever do, because I'm actually talking about something I actually enjoy.
Yeah, we've been talking about films this whole time.
Well, I am dreading studying film at university. The reason I dropped it at AS.
You dropped it?
Basically, yeah, because what it is, so I go in, I'm like, got my top 50 films, half of them are like pre-1970, I've got...
Oh, check you.
I'm one of those really overly critical cunts, right?
Yes, I know.
Not right, as you've learned from this stream. Not right, but like, I'm really like, I take my film seriously.
Yeah, you're entirely wrong about half the stuff you said.
Life is beautiful as a shout, Sam.
But I've got a big opinion, right? But here's the thing, I'll sit down in my
What? I've seen one, and I can't remember.
2-3 months, we're talking about like Transformers 4. We did a class vote on like what film should we study, like some scenes from, and it was a choice between Big Lebowski, which was a decent film.
I still haven't seen that. Fuck's sake.
I think it had one of the scenes from Vertigo, which I consider potentially the greatest, potentially the greatest film ever made.
This is what you
I
get
still haven't seen that either.
Fucking a stranger
and
in the
someone was like, so what film do you want to do? And someone said, well, what about we do the Transformers film? You know, like, I don't know, like the second one.
No, you should do the fourth one and have the film, the bit about rape. How it's legal. Not rape, underage sex.
Yeah, underage.
Same thing, sort of.
And so we looked.
There's I'll send you the link, David, but there's a whole film.
Was probably trying to bang the girl.
Oh yes, of course. Hey guys, no, this the new one actually has a 12-year-old in it, so it's
but I don't
prime pickings.
What?
Oh, so basically, there's this one scene in Transformers 4: Age of Extinction, in which Mark Wahlberg, the boyfriend of Mark Wahlberg's daughter, who is underage, whips out, whips out a little card that he keeps in his wallet, explaining Romeo and Juliet laws, in which I can't remember the specifics, but it basically legalizes underage relationships and thus underage sex and all of that. And there's a whole like 5-minute scene.
Get the close up on the law. Get the close up.
Yeah, literally, it shows. Yeah. It shows like a whole graphic
really
of it.
Weird.
It is strange, isn't it?
That's really
and that
weird.
that was in a blockbuster that made like $1.5 billion.
Put it this: Michael Bay didn't write any of the script apart from that one scene. That's why it's like a screenwriter.
Really? Oh no, that's bullshit. Probably.
That's me. Yeah, it's probably bullshit. But
bullshitting on this stream, James.
Yeah,
who do you think you are?
We studied Transformers: Age of Extinction. Not Age of Extinction. It was the second one.
What scenes? Oh, Revenge of the Fallen.
The sand scene, and I just stood there like, oh my god.
Oh, what? In what context? What were you studying? The like VFX?
It was like basically no. Basically, when you're looking at a film, you're looking at mise en scène. You're looking at
I don't know what mise en scène means.
Stuff to do with like camera. Mise en scène is what's in the shot. Stuff. So e.g.
Okay. Yeah, David's done films. He knows this shit. Educate me, guys.
All of that. Then you've got the other aspects like the camera angles, the lighting, the more technical aspects,
the
character, and what makes it. And it was you could pick any film in the world you would get to do this, right?
Yeah.
There are films that are like, okay, Moonlight is obviously a Oscar grab, right? Why is it an Oscar grab? Because it deliberately makes sure the mise en scène is perfect and everything is perfect. It doesn't have to be creative, but it's perfect. So you can pick any film. Some are easier than others. Transformers is not the easiest of films to look at from an artistic standpoint.
Picked Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Oh, fuck off.
It
would have been better because it would have been the fucking webhand.
Of course it would have been better.
I could write an essay. On the technical choices.
Oh, that was almost fucking awesome, James.
And all of that.
Hit that.
Do I like it?
I
don't know.
Oh, sorry. I get confused.
I don't know if I like it, but you could write an essay on it.
No, the best thing to write about is something that you hate.
Creative choices.
Because you're a lot more objective. Why not? It's the creative choices that were its boon and its buttocks, you know?
Yeah, but Transformers has no creative choices, which sucks.
Fuck you and your opinion.
Why I hope they actually have some of the, like...
I respect your opinion, David.
Tomorrow, and I would tell you.
You know what? That's what we should do. A Dual Buddies commentary.
I will record a commentary for that film.
Do you know?
Nah,
okay,
we'll sit down.
You're on this territory now, because do you know Benji Harder?
Yeah. I do.
We're starting a comic book film
really
podcast.
Mean, but yes, I do.
How are you?
Yeah, we've been like recording stuff over the last few months. If you're gonna do a video on Amazing Spider-Man 2, you're gonna come on Outer.
Dual Buddy's gonna guess.
You're gonna come on Outer. Dual Buddies as a guest.
I'll defend that to the hilt.
With comics that basically Benji's a fan of it. I'm not. Even
Is he?
You're not a fan, right?
I'm not. Oh, it's 2v2 then.
Would you do a 2v2 debate? Like
fuck yeah, no, we'll sit. Yeah, let's fucking do this.
It is a great film.
Okay, well I'll set it up with you guys. Okay, I'll give you a time and date. Come on Skype. I'll get the recording up. And we can have a nice little debate on.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's go.
And you will be losing. It's 20-0 to Atlanta already.
The Falcons. Shit.
Falcons, yeah. You would have won.
That's good.
So much money.
I believe in the Patriots. I believe in them.
Well, we'll see if we're doing a podcast then. Well, I mean, now that we have video evidence.
It's called the Comic Flicks podcast.
I was
trying to do my first editing.
James, ready up, you shit.
Oh yeah.
I am ready.
It's okay. James, you're David.
Because on the channel, I want to do like.
I don't even know anymore.
As well. Like I want to watch really bad movies.
Yeah, like this one.
Them and like comment on them. Like nostalgia critic style, or like John Tron style. And I was editing a thing called Sarah's Child. So I spent 20 quid at CX over the course of like a month.
Sam, it has to happen. We have to make it happen.
Possibly see. And I found one called Sarah's Child, which is unheard of. Nobody in the industry's ever worked again other than this one film, and it's
interesting.
It got straight to DVD.
I still have not seen The Room.
2.4 on IMDb. Look, why I love Sarah's Child is I found it. No, it's unheard of. I mean, literally, it's unheard of.
Interesting.
And it's terrible. Can I give a twist to the film? So
yeah.
Woman, tell me if this is a good film or not.
Sorry, David.
It was bad, but it wasn't as bad as The Room up until the ending. Oh, wait, so it's about a couple. Alright, let me just read you what the description is on IMDb, and I want to quote this, alright?
Alright.
This is what it's called on IMDb. This is the description. Sarah Lemaire had loved Michael Rowe Matthews for a long time. So they gave up! Yeah, so they gave it. It's like, oh, they loved each other for a long time. Before blank. Nope, that's it. They loved each other for a long time.
They went for coffee.
Where's the rest? So when I had the DVD,
and then they all died.
I didn't even see that. Basically, it's about a woman who had a ridiculous Christian mother who's like, now, Sarah, if you want to be a good woman, you know what we have to do?
Sam, don't tell him that, because then it looks like he's actually just straight up copied. Apparently, you've sounds like you've set up your own movie fights, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you can read the chat. Why am I sending you this?
I love movie fights.
I've never watched a single one.
It's more like a podcast. We just what we talk about. Anyway, point is, so
it's not the same. That's the point. We're not copying IP.
You have to.
Oh, that's a good goal.
Give birth. Otherwise, if you don't give birth to a child, God hates you.
Yeah,
anyway.
Yes, that's correct.
So they're in a really awkward marriage because none of them can act.
Yep.
Think opposite of Andrew Garfield. And you find out that she can't give birth. She's impotent, right?
Oh no.
So she starts going crazy and makes best friends with a 6-year-old girl who just hangs out, and she's some creepy.
I'm friends with children.
No, but she's the creepiest girl I've ever seen. She's not acting creepy. She just looks creepy. I don't want to say that about a girl.
That's racist.
She's 6 years old and she looks like she's 30. I'll send you a picture on the WhatsApp group. Anyway, so she goes crazy.
She could have that
like,
thing.
Acting like that's their child and all of that, right? Then the mother of all twists happen.
She is the child.
That's Sarah, and this is after she's interacted with countless characters. She's been in hospital, all of it. Turns out that Sarah is a figment of her husband's imagination.
Shut up.
The husband has been imagining her this whole time. And do you want to make it even better? You know, the child
He's his real wife.
Sarah's imagination.
Oh my god, the meta levels.
And in the beginning, she's going to kill herself.
They
She's like,
pulled a double fight club.
Do you love me, Michael? He's like, oh, I don't know. She's backing off a cliff. Said, do you love me?
No, we're not playing
ranked.
ranked.
I won't jump. And then the only reason why she's alive is because of love. So he's like, you know what, Sarah? I don't love you anymore. Then she jumps off a cliff and she just disappears.
Kate Tempest isn't look.
Because she disappears, the child disappears as well. And then it's like, that doesn't make sense. None of it like the film sucks. Like none of them can act. The speech doesn't match up with their lips. The cinematography is dreadful, but the ending is what makes the film go from it's a bad film to it is the worst thing. She's a figment of his imagination, and no, evidently she was a figment of her mother's imagination because her mother couldn't give birth. And then he continued it.
I'll Google her.
He fell in love with her. And you always need someone to be in love with you, evidently, or love you.
Send me a photo on WhatsApp. Apparently Kate Tempest looks like she is 10, but it's actually 30.
Who?
Kate Tempest, who I've heard of.
Oh, Jesus.
She sounds like Andrew's perfect girl.
She's above the law.
Legal, but young looking.
Perfectly legal, doesn't look like
Quickly,
it.
get Michael Bay in here. Is it legal? Quickly. Where's Michael Bay with the proof?
Merkel Bay. It's fucking gone German now. Oh, Pearl Harbor.
Literally, so I was editing that clip, so I had the whole DVD uploaded, I put on my SD card, bunged it on Final Cut.
GG,
and I realised my computer stopped working. And then I realised I had 55 gigabytes worth of footage. I was like, oh, time to maybe delete it all. So I'm going to delete it all and start again. Because it's just too funny. There's too much in that film that makes me laugh.
Interesting.
I want to show you one clip from it. And if it doesn't make you convinced that the film is just incredible.
Megamine is legal in a couple countries. The only countries that count, am I right, Andrew?
Age of consent is 10.
Oh, fuck off.
I've got to get this clip up. I know you don't even...
You've got to fucking...
consent again, and we're on the flipping Tokyo map again. Every time this comes up,
it's Neo Tokyo, isn't it? It's Neo Tokyo. Bloody Japanese. Yeah, look at them.
Their upskirts and their others. Their manticles. Hi.
Welcome to the stream.
Is this the best dialogue you've ever heard? If you've been talking to someone for 5 minutes, right?
Yep.
So, for instance, I'm just going to say exactly how it would happen. Hey, Ethan.
Hi, James.
I'm streaming. Do you want to jump in?
Not particularly, but you've persuaded me. So why the fuck not?
Now imagine if you said that to me, like after we've been talking in the stream, after I've been watching the stream, and I've been everything about with the stream, and you suddenly say, by the way, James, do you want to join us streaming? I'd be like, well, I think I am. So would that be really poor choice of dialogue?
Yeah, it'd be pretty nonsensical.
Oh, I've got to find this just voice clip.
Depends if it was in our imaginations or not.
True. That's going in. Oh,
not
David.
Oh, crap. Yeah, that was my fault.
Sorry, that's my fault. I should have done better with that. Didn't realise I had no boost. Okay. Okay. Maybe. I mean, James...
There was a third player in our team just sat in the goal, but that's...
Sam wants to come on the copyright movie fights, James, if you ever do them.
Pardon?
Sam wants to join in on your movie debatey fights, confrontations. I think everyone's welcome, Sam.
I'll find out if we're doing...
Yeah.
Sam, you can officially join the YouTube channel, Sam.
2 weeks' time, James, I'm on reading week. And so Sam. So
does that mean you're back at home?
Yeah.
If I can get it set up that we can do it live action, so we have like professional miking, great. If not, Skype will do. So, can I just play this one scene?
Yeah,
this audio clip makes me die. So they've been talking for 2.5 minutes of screen time, right? And this is what the character says.
Come on.
Oh.
Sorry.
Yeah, like 2 weeks is in like not next week but the week after. That's what I mean, Sam, sorry. To be unclear.
Wait, let me put this in a group chat just so you can see it.
Dialogue.
Okay, let me just film this and put it in the group chat, okay? Trust me.
Oi, oi. Getting late.
She doesn't look 10.
Right, I'm opening up the picture.
I mean, she's wrinkleless, apart from around her eyes, which I think is what gives it away. This is Kate Tempest.
The photo that Sam sent.
Yeah.
She don't look 10.
Okay, I've got officially, I think, the
she
greatest
could be anywhere
scene.
between like 15 and 24.
Okay, here you go.
She's 30 then.
You can watch this without thinking it's just bad or funny or amusing even. I'd be surprised.
Well, why don't you show us one of those photos, Andrew?
I put it in the WhatsApp.
Oh, there we go. Loading, there we go.
Right, I'm gonna mute myself as I play it, just in case we get some copyright strike of this shitty film.
Oh, you won't. There's no existence on the internet.
Alright, fuck it, let's play it.
Michael told me about you. I'm glad that you came over. Please come in. Well, I think I am in.
I don't know if it's just me, but like, surely the writer made a mistake.
Please come in.
Yeah. Oh, I'm glad you come over. Please come in. As you're looking at
I think. Oh yeah, I think this is like this conversation was supposed to happen on a doorstep, and the woman was like, she just read the script and learnt the lines, but then they said it, they moved it. The old lady's like, oh, but I think I am in.
No, but they had two angles, so they must have known. They must have known when recording it. I sent you the link to the IMDb page. Like I said, there is no history. There's nothing on this film at all. There's only 40 reviews. It's averaged out of 3.
Alright, guys, worst film you've ever seen.
2 people have voted 10 out of 10.
Anyone? Any takers?
Worst film I've ever seen.
I don't know. I'm not going to say mine until everybody's got theirs.
Movie 43. I didn't even get through
bad movies.
Yeah, same.
Like, a lot of people go out and watch bad movies.
I don't.
So I don't do that. So I haven't seen anything that's actually that bad. Like, I've never watched a Human Centipede film through properly or anything.
They're not. They don't count as bad films because they're deliberately. Let's say Sharknado. They're deliberately trashy. I've got a couple of.
It annoys me when people talk about Sharknado and go like, "Whoa, it's so bad."
5th one coming out, guys.
I've got two films on IMDb, but I rated 2 out of 10. Santa Claus, which is about kittens on Christmas, and I couldn't get past the first 10 minutes. And
Kittens, interesting. Oh,
yeah,
kittens,
claws. The cats talk, and it's dreadful. Anyway, the second one is Movie 43. I rated 2 out of 10.
Movie 43. I didn't finish it. Then
I have The Legend of Hercules, not the Dwayne Johnson one.
Dwayne Johnson one with John Hurt. Go through the fire!
I haven't seen that.
It's fucking hilarious.
There's another one that same year.
Nice, David.
The Legend of
James,
Hercules.
whoops. Yeah, with
Sarah's Child.
What's this called? Oh fuck, who is it?
Kellen Lutz, Scarlett Weiss, Scott Atkins, Roxanne McGee. I've got Sarah's Child as well at 3. Then I've got something called Jack Frost at number 4, which if you've seen that, is
is that animated?
Nope. If you think it's the one with Michael Keaton where he becomes a snowman, it is definitely not. Can I just pitch to you the ending? Like, sort of this is the premise, okay? And tell me it's not hilarious. They're transporting a serial killer on the 20th of December, who's killed a lot of people.
Yeah.
They crash the car into an acid car, a car that's like transporting acid, and it goes all over a man who disintegrates into the snow. He disintegrates into the snow, and he comes back as a snowman, trying to kill the policeman. It's so bad, it's hilarious.
No, I think that could have been awesome. That could have been like Chucky, but with a snowman.
You know what that sounds like? That sounds exactly like Sandman in Amazing Spider-Man 3. There goes your great metaphor.
Amazing Spider-Man 3, hello.
That is the exact
they didn't
same
make that
thing, not Amazing Spider-Man 3.
Can I tell you what, mate? Have you seen Nightmare on Elm Street?
Well, I know, that's why it could have been fucking awesome. Like that film.
Have you seen
that bit
Nightmare on Elm Street, the original?
No, I still haven't.
No.
There's a lot of like those OG horror films that I haven't bothered to see. Well, I say I haven't bothered, but I just haven't.
You may have seen the shot because it's so iconic, where she's like in the bath and the hand comes up, the claw comes up, between her legs.
Oh yeah.
They recreate that scene, but with a snowman hand with a carrot, and he stabs her to death
with a carrot.
Vagina. With a carrot.
Awesome.
You don't see it. It's like really like cheesy. It's like what the?
It's really
a carrot.
Carroty, am I right? Nice and
Resident Evil Retribution, but I love all those films. They're my favorite. Age of Extinction.
I have not seen a single one.
Sex Tape was bad. I saw that in cinema.
Worst film I've seen in cinema is probably it's Suicide Squad, but that's disappointing, so I don't really count it. It's Drive, not Drive. No, what's it called? Nerve.
Drive Angry.
Nerve. I did not like that film.
I got the worst story about Age of Extinction.
Sorry, Sam. Sorry, everyone I saw it with who didn't hate it.
Rise of an Empire sucked. Have you seen?
Oh, what 300? The second one.
Yeah,
I've not seen it. Damn.
I'm trying to think of the last the films that I really hate, but I can't think of any because I don't watch.
Yeah, I don't watch.
Guardians of the Galaxy,
shit.
David.
Yeah.
Look, is that it's not like an awful film though. It's just
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was it called? I got.
It was a waste
of my
rated
time.
5.
How I
Damn, a waste of your time that far. Yeah.
Ethan, shall I trigger someone?
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Films I've rated 5 out of 10: Batman v Superman, Suicide Squad, Jurassic World, Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Shut up.
What do you think of Jurassic World?
Amazing Spider-Man 2 deserves the amount of stars of all of the rest of those combined. That's how great that film is.
It's better than Jurassic World, and it's better than Batman v Superman.
No, not
Batman v Superman. Not better than Batman v Superman. Suicide Squad, yes. Batman v Superman, no, absolutely not. Batman v Superman Ultimate Edition is decent.
Nah.
It's better. It's 7. It's 7 for me. Batman Superman was a 6.
Yeah, guess what?
5.5, 6.
Spider-Man's a 10. All right.
I think Batman Superman as
Batman vs
it is,
Superman Ultimate Edition.
Ultimate Cut was a 6.
7.5 for me.
Donald J. Trump? Oh my God! Now we know what he's doing in the White House. Lindsay, I'm today gonna get rid of all immigrants and I'm gonna play some Rocket League.
It's just Cartman. Or one of those.
That was my worst Donald Trump impression ever.
Character. I'm so sorry, David. Oh, did I not steal it?
Why are they calling him Trump? Right. Why are they calling him Trump? Like, what's the point?
Don't know.
Because it's one of the computer characters, so the computer's named it Trump. Like, what?
It's not one of the computer characters.
What would you rate out of 10, according to IMDb, which is the exact same?
Oh shit.
The Star Wars films.
I haven't seen them all.
All of them.
Oh, they'd be high.
Which is a criminal thing to admit, but I've admitted it. I've not seen them all. Not all the way through.
Okay, David, you've seen them. So, New Hope. Has anybody seen New Hope?
New Hope is my
I've seen New Hope.
Yeah, New Hope's the best, I think. I rewatched New Hope and Empire a couple of days ago. New Hope's
you watched them all?
I love New Hope so much.
I couldn't get through them before I fell asleep. But I've watched New Hope and Empire at least, and I love both of them. But New Hope's like a 9, Empire's a 9. From what I remember, Attack of the Clones sucked. Bad.
Yeah,
Revenge of the Sith, I would say, is in the
which
top
film?
4.
What do you mean, which film, Sam? I haven't seen... Oh, what films have I... Well, I've seen all of the prequels. I have not...
I honestly think... I honestly think Revenge of the Sith, as a Star Wars film, is one of the... Is it better than Force Awakens? I'm not sure. Like, I love Force Awakens, but the more I think about Revenge of the Sith, I'm like...
Wait, yes, it is better?
No, I mean, Force Awakens is absolutely
Force Awakens is way better.
It goes...
Oh, it's better, don't get me wrong.
It goes 4, 5, Force Awakens, 6, Rogue One, then 3.
As a Star Wars film or a film, and there is a difference. There is a difference between a Star Wars film and a film, I think.
Which
one felt more Star Warsy?
On a television.
Oh, Nerve, Sam, Nerve.
Well, which one would you watch? So, which is a more enjoyable film then?
Out of which?
I'm saying, if you had to rank, what are we ranking them on? Enjoyable, the best, or the best Star Wars? Because I think they're all 3 different things.
I'd say all of them are the same thing for me. I don't see any distinction between that.
See, I find it hard to actually empirically judge a franchise film on how good it is. Especially one that's as dated as Star Wars.
For some reason.
I think the only standalone Star Wars film there's ever been is obviously A New Hope.
Trump's left.
That felt like a standalone film completely. Rogue One is not a standalone film. That is a very much...
Rogue One is...
Standalone is a film you
Rogue
can watch
One
without
is
anything else, right?
well-funded fan fiction. And I think all of those films are going to be well-funded fan fiction for me.
Yeah. I personally think Revenge of the Sith is it a better film than Rogue One? No, because Rogue One is tighter, it's cleaner.
Same here, Sam. Film. I don't have that attachment that I do. Same with Lord of the Rings. Sam said he doesn't love any Star Wars films because it wasn't his childhood. My childhood was superhero films.
It was that and superheroes were like my thing. I never watched Lord of the Rings. I never liked Harry Potter. Never seen Harry Potter. I've seen two that I can remember because I watched one like last Easter.
Oh, Harry Potter was my shit. I think the films, at least.
I did all of this stuff. I did Star Wars, Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings.
Rogue One was great, Andrew. Was it?
Was it? That was it.
Was it?
Wait, Rogue One. What?
Andrew said Rogue One great.
Rogue One. Very good.
It was not great. Well, it was.
Can I tell you? Okay, can I tell you the only reason why I'd say that Revenge of the Sith is better than Rogue One? Rogue One, the beginning.
Oh, I've seen Harry Potter. Rogue One was my shit. I mean, Harry Potter was my shit. Rogue One was definitely not my shit.
The ending of Rogue One I loved. So by that judgment, I enjoyed.
Last 2 minutes.
30%. I enjoyed 30% of Rogue One.
They still are your childhood, Sam.
Revenge of the Sith. They're your life. Even if I only liked 30% of Revenge of the Sith, that 30% means more and is more. Pardon?
Nah.
Andrew's typing in the chat.
I think only 30% of Rogue One's good. I think the only ending of Rogue One is good. I don't think the beginning is good.
James, have you not seen Harry Potter?
I've seen the first Harry Potter fairly recently, like a year and a half ago. And I've seen the last film in cinema, and that's it. I think I've seen the middle one, but I don't remember it. I've suffered from terrible memory loss.
Watch Azkaban.
From Azkaban onwards is great.
Yeah.
Up till recently, I never watched Lord of the Rings. I only watched Fellowship, like last year.
Fellowship's great. Fellowship's my favourite.
Fellowship's incredible.
I need to watch Lord of the Rings again, I think, and actually properly try and watch them.
The thing is, what's sad, and I'm not going over the sympathy here, but I lost a lot of my memory from the last
from getting
3 years
in the face.
I just lost it. I lost my memory of it. I just do not remember the like 3 years prior.
Yeah, at this moment in time, I'm not a Lord of the Rings fan.
Lord of the Rings, I'm a huge fan of Fellowship. I've not seen the other two. I need to watch the other two. So far, doesn't touch Star Wars. My love anyway, it doesn't touch Star Wars, doesn't touch my comic book fan. It's never going to be better than the thing I love. But it's good. It's good. I appreciate it more when I love it. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think it's that kind of world that I don't enjoy.
If you don't factor in sort of personal preference at all, I would say the Lord of the Rings films are absolutely better than the Star Wars films.
Yeah, they're better films for sure. But I think it's the world itself that
I honestly think
I prefer Star Wars over Lord of the Rings.
But if I was to give you a couple of critical standpoints as well, like the AFI put A New Hope as the only Star Wars film on it, to be fair. At 11th for the best American film ever made. I think Lord of the Rings got 60, but that's regardless. My point there is, I think A New Hope is one of the greatest like cult film ever made. I think it's better than Lord of the Rings. I think it's better. I think again, I've not watched all the Lord of the Rings, but a lot of people say Fellowship's the best, from what I gather.
People normally say it's the other two. I think.
Yeah, I mean the one that won fucking 11 Oscars, perhaps.
But when they say Return of the King is either.
Yeah.
They say King and Fellowship are the two best. The middle one's a bit weak.
Well, yeah, that's what I thought as well. Yeah.
Middle one's got some good stuff in it. Middle one's
but
got.
My point is, like, I think A New Hope was better than Fellowship as a film. It's better than Fellowship. Return of the King might be better than New Hope, but I think A New Hope as a film, regardless of my love for Star Wars, I just think it does everything it wants to do so well. My biggest complaint with Lord of the Rings, my biggest complaint after I watched Fellowship, was I just sat down. I was like, okay, we've had our build up. Where's the film coming now? And it ended.
It's like Hobbit films.
What?
Oh my god!
I know it's the only reason why I think New Hope's better. The only reason is I could sit down and watch A New Hope. When I sat down and watched Fellowship for the first time, I was like, are we stopping here? I was just ready to start.
Alright, here's a question, guys. Best world on film, like what film franchise or just film individually has created the best kind of world?
Spider-Man universe
mythos
created in the Amazing Spider-Man duology.
From what I've seen, I think it's very, very difficult to say anything but Star Wars.
But when you think about Star Wars, does it have?
There's a video I want. Yeah, go on.
All right, no, you go.
Okay. There's a video I really want to reference right now, but I kind of want to say it, but I kind of want you to watch it before me saying it. Yes or no? If I send you a 10-minute video, would you watch it?
I'd watch it.
Would you at some point?
Not right now, but at some point.
some point in the next 24 hours. Because it's not. I'll just say it because it's not that major.
Say it and send it. There you go.
Okay. There's a writer called Max
Avatar.
Landis. Who I don't know if he's coming
Yes.
but I love him. I love Max Landis. And he said he has a pitch for a film which you could never make. You could never make and you could never market it. And I'll rush it. Basically,
right, yeah, tell me.
Have Bryan Cranston, blah blah blah, all of them. And there's this they're drilling oil in the Pacific, and they find something. They're like, oh, what's this? So they send out Chris Pratt, who's some ex-marine who now does archaeological digs, whatever. And they go down underneath, and it's a bit like a big space all underwater.
Okay.
And they're doing all this stuff underwater, and Chris Pratt starts seeing shadows move outside the sea. Like, what's that? And all of that.
Yeah, it's not
and they're digging
anymore.
down. And
the Thrawn's in the new series, Rebels.
They swear that they're seeing fire in the water at some point. Anyway, so they go down and take some samples. And they go down and get some samples because they're starting hallucinating. Like, what's going on? Get some samples of some rock, and they're cutting through the rock. And Michael B. Jordan is one of the characters, for instance. And
hello.
Something falls out of a rock, and he grabs it and he starts running. He runs away with it. Ooh. And they're like, "Oh shit, where's he gone? This is a little bit."
He
crazy.
runs away. Where the fuck is he? Is he not underwater?
Yeah, it's an underwater big base.
Right. Oh, you should try, James.
So, third act, everyone's dying. Bryan Cranston goes to get Michael B. Jordan. They have a fight. Michael B. Jordan is hiding something in his hand. He's like, "Oh, you can't get this. It's mine. Fuck you. I found it in the rocks." All
right, come and get to the fun stuff, James.
It's a twist more than anything. Anyway, so he kills Bryan Cranston and he runs off to take the last escape pod. Chris Pratt's like, "Oh, fuck you, bitch."
So he runs off. About Michael Cranston, who was dreaming about Michael B. Jordan.
No. And so you'll hate this, but you got to watch the video with the passion he says it, because that's like 80% of this.
Just fucking say it.
He has a fight with Michael B. Jordan. Michael B. Jordan grabs this little thing that he was hiding all the time, and he turns invisible. And he's like, Chris Pratt's like, "What the fuck?" And he disappears. Chris Pratt leaves the base as it's exploding because the shadow's broken and it's all got look, basically, the whole thing's fucked. There's something down there. There's these shadows. There's these noises. All of this, blah blah blah. They're like, "No, you're arrested for destroying this base." Blah blah blah. You're going away. Cut to the end of the film. Michael B. Jordan washes up on the beaches of Peru or something. He's lost all his hair and his skin has gone bleached white. And he's holding the silver thing. He's holding the silver thing that he found deep beneath the rocks in the sea that was found by these oil drillers.
All right.
And he starts stroking it, going, "My precious, my precious." It's a whole new trilogy, and the way he says it, he puts on a ring. It's Lord of the Rings reawakened because they found it. Because obviously Middle Earth's set in this Earth, but thousands and thousands of years prior, and it's basically we fuck up and we bring back, and basically how it ends is in the water. That fire eye. The eye of Sauron slowly turns again, and the way he describes it is fucking incredible. And I think Peter Jackson has been talking about it making into a graphic novel or something, because it literally, when you hear it, you're like, "Oh my fucking god!" You can't mark it, you can't make it. But when he pitched this whole new trilogy set in modern day, and it sounds stupid, but when you hear the passion he gives, and the way the twist comes when you hear it for 8 minutes, and then he suddenly gets so ecstatic with excitement, you're like, "Oh, okay, fair enough."
I fucking hate that idea.
Oh no, I think it's a good idea.
With a passion.
I love it as an alternative graphic novel. Watch it. Terrible idea for a film, but fucking intriguing.
No, fucking hate it. Lord of the Rings is this thing that it fucking die. I'm not watching it. Fuck it.
They don't have oil. They don't have drills. They don't revolutionize. Lord of the Rings is a perpetual mystical land of elves and swords and all that.
No.
I just think I'll send you the video because it's definitely worth a watch. Even if you hate the idea, because I don't love it, because I can't judge it because I'm not a huge...
I don't like Mark Landis because he's like, "Oh, I'm such a great writer, I'm such a genius." Then comes out with shit like that. Max Landis, same thing.
All right, David the Yellow.
Max Landis,
say that,
but when he comes up with stuff like Victor Frankenstein and Mr. Yes, and what was the other film he did?
American Ultra.
American Ultra he did as well, and he did. Chronicle was good, but everything else he does is kind of dog shit. But
probably Sam. Probably Bryan Cranston was Gandalf, and he'll come back later on. I don't like how Michael B. Jordan had hair, and then lost his hair and became a Smeagol. I have an issue.
Look, I can't judge the idea because I've never watched like. Yeah, that Atlanta Falcons look like they're going to win. They're 21-3.
God damn.
Damn. But like, I like some of my favorite things like alternative world.
James, ready up.
Okay. Party's full. Could not invite anyone. I don't invite anyone.
Like,
ready up?
I don't like any of like that alternative stuff though, because it's all like fan fiction.
Yeah, literally.
If
you could be in charge of one franchise, what would you be in charge of?
DC.
I don't want to be in charge of a franchise.
No, but I mean, like, if you could like,
Right,
be like, I'll be the head of Marvel. I'll be the head of DC. First things first, Andrew Garfield back as Spider-Man.
Andrew Garfield getting straight back in there. Screw Tom Holland.
But he's so old. You'd have to do some of the more newer stuff that they're doing with Spider-Man. You don't care, so you'd still have 35-year-old Andrew Garfield in high school.
I'd have one of the like distorted reality parallel universe ones.
Yeah, Spider-Man.
Oh, make him Ben Reilly. I'd take that. I would take that in a heartbeat.
How cool would it be if we get every Spider-Man back? And we get like a massive Spider-Verse film.
Tobey Maguire's not getting back.
They can't do. I don't think they'll do Spider-Verse. Because that'd be too much. That'd be too.
I'd get Garfield and I'd get Tom Holland.
Okay, what franchise would you have?
DC. Or is that too much?
What would be your plan?
I'll just make everything better.
I've
Make
got a
DC
very
great
interesting
again.
pitch for why I should own Fox Studios.
Here we go.
Why?
I want to tell you.
What are you going to do with the X-Men, James?
What film is the easiest to get right, but they fucked it up so many times? And they're one of my
Don't say Fantastic Four, because that's not easy.
Fantastic fucking Four.
It's not easy. Right, pitch it. Pitch your idea.
Should I pitch you my... Mate, I've got a trilogy here. Can I pitch it to you very simply? And if I don't sell it to you, then I will
no, do it. Do it.
Because
I want Fantastic Four to be good so bad.
Let me do it. It's this free film plan, which I think is incredible.
Okay.
And I come over this every day. Anyway, so we start the film. The second Fantastic Four touchdown, right? Well, not a second, but like they're in rehab and all of that, and they're getting back to use. And they're like, okay, you've got these powers, blah, blah. And the president of the US is basically advertising to the world, like, ladies and gentlemen, these are our heroes, blah blah blah. They're fantastic. They're incredible.
There's four
proper
of them.
Patriotism.
Incredibles.
Right? And they're like, okay, yeah. So the government are like, look, we want you to do some really great humanitarian, because it's an origin story still. We want to do some great humanitarian work. But obviously, in the Josh Trank one, they're like soldiers.
They do this,
but first, they're like, no. We want you to be humanitarian.
It would, Sam. It really would. That's the place where it needs to be. No,
anyway,
we'll probably be
amazing,
next. Phase 4, Fantastic Four.
So, for the first bit of the film is the Fantastic Four going around doing great
Yours,
stuff.
David.
But more and more, like the government starts saying, "Hey, by the way, look, there's a dictator over there that's not, he's doing terrible stuff. Like, look what he's doing. We want you to we want you to take
a different
him
dictator.
down,
Oh no, it has to be Von Doom. If there's a dictator, it has to be Von Doom.
Trust me.
Alright, I'm trusting. Because three films.
Oh, they're gonna go and taking down dictators here. They're doing good work.
Propaganda.
Meanwhile,
probably.
Yeah, it's like that.
Knowing James.
What they're doing is all great, even when people are dying, and they're not even doing anyway. So, meanwhile, we have a country called Latvia, which is the pinnacle. Latvia.
Yep,
which is the pinnacle. Which is the pinnacle of living standards.
Oh,
it is #1 in the world for tech.
It's Thomas More's Utopia, perhaps.
It's like a utopia, yeah. It's like, it really is. But underneath underneath the castle, obviously, Doom's Castle, there is an energy source unlike anything the world has ever seen. There is undeniable.
Is it the fucking negative zone? Or is that Superman? That's Phantom Zone. Negative zone. Yep, I'm right. Carry on.
But they're like, hey, look, there's a terrible fucking country out there. We want you to take down this terrible dictator, because it is a dictatorship. But it works. And this is like the first thing. It's like, it works. This is a dictatorship that it absolutely
Isn't that fucking frustrating for the Western world, a dictatorship that
yeah,
works.
they fucking hate it. They despise it. They despise it. So like,
I despise
there's
it.
energy source out there. They've got nukes. They're threatening war. You've got to go there and sort it out. So the Fantastic Four go there, and they go there like, hey, look, you know, we're going to talk to you, Doom, and all about this, right?
James. Oh, James.
Yeah, I'm shit. We gathered. So they go there, and Doom's showing them around, and it's all going great, right? And they're like, yeah, you've got all these sources, and you know, it's all great, you know. And the Fantastic Four are like, okay, they're great guys. Then the US are like, okay, we've got to make a decision.
Fantastic Four versus Sacha Baron Cohen. What the fuck?
We've kind of exhausted what we want of Fantastic Four.
What the fuck is
that?
Yeah. Are they worth keeping around if it means we can get rid of Doom? So they make the decision to bomb the shit out of Latveria. And they're going to blame it completely.
Still makes no fucking sense, but carry on.
They literally, this energy source is... We're talking about, like, nothing, the universe, like, it's unbelievable.
Oh,
and it's
gotcha,
only been, like,
gotcha.
actors now. And they bomb it a little bit, and they blame it completely on Fantastic Four. And Doom thinks the Four did it, the Four like, wait, no, fuck off, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, this brings us to the third act. And but the whole film is that there's no... How you do Fantastic Four is, you don't need a massive fucking action spectacle at the ending. The first film is a very subdued, real character piece. Because trust me, the second film brings it very much into play.
For a real character piece, you haven't described the characters very much. And how
you know the characters.
We know the
I could break it down to you for half an hour
for this film to happen.
Yeah, literally, the whole reason calling it Fantastic Four makes no sense because they don't have their powers.
The first film is the weakest.
First film's the weakest, right? So someone has to. So who's gonna fucking see this film?
Okay, here we go.
If there isn't a fucking action set piece.
There's a post-credit scene.
Oh, goody. I paid £10 for a fucking 2-minute post-credit scene.
It goes somewhere really
Thanks,
cool,
Max Landis.
So anyway, so Doom in the film, I've got to say, he's had these visions, right, of the Fantastic Four being where the world is, right?
Right,
no,
nice.
from the energy.
The energy, oh right, so where's this energy from?
He only gets two things before he wakes up. The end of the world
and a blowjob.
You get those energy
the end of the world and Reed Richards standing at the ashes. So he straight away assumes Fantastic Four are going to cause the end of the world. So he's all about logic. That's a side point. Anyway, so post-credit scene, we see a man in the desert approaching Latveria.
Ooh.
And he's hooded.
So the fuck is Latveria? It's not in Europe.
And he gets over to the hill where the desert is, and he looks over and he sees the massive destruction of Latveria. And he takes off his hood. And we see this old grizzled man, white beard, white hair. I would have had someone like John Hurt, but American, but that's what I'm picturing.
Yeah,
so,
Jeff Bridges.
Kind of black. But they was like, oh, who's that man? Oh, we don't know who that man is. Oh, there's speculation. Sequel. You're going to think I've copied something directly in this sequel, but I don't care if it's a carbon copy. I don't give two fucks.
Come on.
I'm not saying original, it works. Second film, Doom is fucking furious as fuck. He wants to kill the Fantastic Four. He's like, you know what? I think it's a better home
so
it's like Vin Diesel in the new movie.
But he's not alone in he wants to, like, they want to kill these people because there's two mutants in Latveria.
Oh, fuck off.
That had their whole world destroyed, right?
Is it Wanda Maximoff?
Going by the name of and Quicksilver and
Peter
Scarlet Witch.
Maximoff.
Yeah.
Oh my.
And they are like, we want to take revenge on Fantastic Four and all of that. But wait a minute, okay. Who's that man from a post-credit scene that only now rocks up on
Magneto.
It's Magneto, who is the father of who?
Those two. So what's the fucking point? Anyway. Tell me.
So all four of them are like, okay, we're gonna fuck over Fantastic Four. So they go to America, and I just picture this amazing scene, and I'm describing it shitly in my head.
One scene of this whole second film that has happened.
Yeah, but there's other shit that goes on. I'm a bit tipsy. But there's other shit that goes on. Anyway, the ending is...
No shit.
Fucking Fantastic Four and them are in New York. And they're like, street end to street end. And they're like, okay, let's fuck some bitches. So it's 4v4, and it's this massive brawl.
4v4?
Starting to get out of contain. But you got Fantastic Four, then you got the twins, Doom and Magneto.
Twins, Doom and Magneto, right.
Then there's this, like, thunderclap, and like some smoke starts billowing out, right, over the city, but only like around them. And with this bright flashing lights like above on the rooftops start pouring down onto the street, and Magneto's like, fuck this shit, like he kind of knows, and they're like, what's going on? So they're trying to still fight anything, but then there's this bellowing noise, there's this like plane lands in the middle of the street.
Agreed,
and out
Sam.
steps in fucking proper colour. Agreed. What? He's chatting shit.
No. Carry on, James.
Gritty.
Can we fucking get this done? Because I'd like to sleep.
The fucking point is.
Who is it?
So badly because I'm drunk. Oh, it's the X-Men. It's only 3 of them though. It's Jean Grey, Cyclops, and
Wolverine. My favourite superheroes ever, who are always really great on screen and make the best, most interesting
all 3
characters.
of them completely, utterly destroy all 8 of them. Like it is a bloodbath, not a bloodbath, but like they do it like a
shit. Fuck you, Rocket League.
Yeah, it is fucking shit, but in my head, I had it so well planned out. I had it so, but oh, I'm tipsy and I can't think properly.
Alright.
Trust me, it works. What I'm saying works.
I would like to change my answer about what franchise I would own to Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I could make a banging Yu-Gi-Oh! Film.
Could you? It's a card game.
Absolutely.
James, the TV show.
It makes itself.
Yeah, based on a card game. Like,
no, I did fucking Digimon. There we go. Fucking make that live action.
No,
fuck Pokemon.
Doing with Power Rangers what I would have done.
I was a massive Yu-Gi-Oh fan growing up, but I'm telling you, I don't look at that and say that's an amazing film idea.
No, it could be. It could be.
No, Digimon is a shit. Digimon.
Such a badass character. He could carry a film on his back, no problem.
Fantastic Four should be a family film. It's fucking incredible.
Because they're boring characters and they're all just like flat and
write a bullet point thing for you tomorrow, guys.
I could watch him.
I've got to describe that better.
I could watch him cooking dinner for 3 hours, and I would love it.
Oh, Yami Yuki. I got this.
I could watch him doing absolutely anything.
Is he the young looking?
Deliver the most boring dialogue.
That's just Yugi.
The badass one.
The wiry one that I have to look like.
He could deliver like the most boring, badly written dialogue in the world, and it would be the best film ever.
Alright, who's fucking playing Davis?
Anime called Prison School.
Andrew Garfield.
Only anime I've ever watched.
Because I think that would work. Not gonna lie. Although, could he pull off the crazy hair? I don't know if there's any girls in. Oh yes, she could get a dent for the role.
Exodia. It'd be perfect.
She's got the giant fucking head too.
Exodia, and you're like, oh snap, he's gonna. Well, you don't summon Exodia.
And then he fucking starts having sex with.
He does that, and you're expecting like Exodia to come out, and then
Digimon
comes out, and it's like,
Digimon.
And I'm never describing something in detail since it's a full game because it works. And for God's sake, I described it badly. But anyway, so you do Digimon, would you?
Digimon, yeah.
If we're going with superheroes, I would make a Nightcrawler. If we're going with superheroes, I would make a Nightcrawler film.
No,
just
Nightcrawler. That's been done. That's X-Men style.
Just wait, Nightcrawler.
Screw any of the X-Men stuff. Just Nightcrawler on his own. I would make a banging film about him.
I mean, what franchise though? If you had to start a franchise, you'd be given $1 billion.
Oh, Sam's saying this is a good question for movie fights, James. What franchise would you take over? Just saying, but carry on. I do.
I've got a list of these fucking questions.
Oh, I'm sure you do.
I don't know. Does the Kill Bill franchise count as a franchise?
Shrek 5, Sam. Shrek 5.
Based on like pre-existing material. And Sam, if you want to join, fucking you are in, as well as you two. Like, I think this would be definitely interesting. I'll be less excitable than this. I'll be more intelligent.
Oh goody.
I'm a fucking idiot at the moment. But no, so yeah, what franchise that has?
Good shout. I could make such a good Yu-Gi-Oh film. I'm convinced of it.
Are they making? Oh yeah, I know, Sam. It's depressing.
I could make like an Attack on Titan film, not with the characters and that story and that. I don't care about that. I would make like a standalone film in that universe.
I know. This is kind of off topic, but it kind of is on topic. As a franchise, I'd do that as a game. I think you could do a really cool Call of Duty franchise. Following the same bloodline.
It's literally just
like World War I. Present day, like the same bloodline, you play the same.
That'd get so fucking patriotic and up its own arse, like COD.
Okay, so what? I'm trying to think what franchise, like,
Halo.
FIFA, make a FIFA film. Halo would be a cool franchise. Fallout would be.
Fallout would be fun.
Fallout would be great.
What they proved with the newest Halo games is that Master Chief doesn't work as a compelling character. He works as a video game.
Actually played a fucking game.
He can't carry a story.
I haven't played Halo, haven't played Mass Effect, haven't played Fallout, haven't played Skyrim.
Is, like, with games like Mass Effect that people say is like, guess what, the story's already there, and it's in a video game and it works better in a video game than in real life.
No, yeah, same with something like Skyrim or Elder Scrolls, like you could never make a compelling. It's too small.
And everyone's like, oh, they need to make a Last of Us film. It's like, guess what, if you made a Last of Us film, it would be like a mediocre kind of film because it's just the Last of Us story without the game attached to it. It's just like watching all the cutscenes put together.
I've got a. Wait, are you both fantasy fans? Because I know, well, at least David, you've got Lord of the Rings, right?
I have a couple fantasies. I mean,
I've got a film set in like a fantasy world, a bit like Lord of the Rings, right? I want to ask you, has it been done before? Because I genuinely I don't know.
Go on, pitch it and I'll steal it. Me and David will make our film and we'll steal it.
Yeah, we know all fantasy.
It's set in like no, but I mean, like, am I missing a big player? Like, is it something like it's a little bit like Thor, a little bit, teeny bit, but anyway. So it's set in a kingdom, much like Game of Thrones or Lord of the Rings or whatever. And they've had a generational war. It's a little bit fantasy fact, like some of the characters can be older, like some character can be like 120, doesn't matter. You know, it's so they've been in a fucking long war. Like we're talking about like a 60, 70-year battle.
Okay.
These two halves of the same kingdom.
Okay.
Imagine like West London and like South London or North London, and you know, it's two sections.
It's like Arsenal fans
kind of
and Tottenham fans. Okay.
Yeah, kind of like that. It's like it's been a terrible bloody battle, and
oh, fuck off!
Wow.
So we start the story at the end of the battle, and the son of the king is he's like, you know, he's talking to his dad. He's like,
what side's the king on? Klingon.
The kind of the supposed good side, like the more. They're like, basically, imagine one of them like, oh, it's beautiful and it's legit and there's castles. The other one's like fucking dark.
Blacklight film, yes.
Underground and like, you know, more like the trolls. A bit like Lord of the Rings, where you have like Sauron,
Warcraft. Right? Sam says Portal. Portal's interesting.
Anyway, sorry.
They did a little Portal short film actually by the guy who directed 10 Cloverfield Lane. It's a good one. I'll link it.
There's an equally like young
Trachtenberg,
not king, but he's like the descendant of the because both kings survived. Both kings survived. The bad king and the good king, the supposed of the kingdom. Both kings are alive by the end of the war, and they both have sons, and you know, and the bad guy's son is like, I want another war. I want to fight.
James, fucking ready up, you cunt.
Controller, there we go.
He wants a war because he knows something. He knows something about the good guys, and he's like, I have a theory for a war. I want a war.
Google it. Trachtenberg Portal. Dan Trachtenberg, I think. It's good.
It's really good.
Not really good. So
it's good for a short film. I mean, it got him a decent job.
Yeah, and 10 Cloverfield Lane was a good film.
It's a very good film.
And so what happens is the sister of the good guy goes over to the bad guy and he's like, look, I'm bored of feminism, all of that. I'm bored of being the older sister who's not allowed to be the queen. I'm fucking done. I don't mind bringing down my
watching Passengers. Wow. 10 Cloverfield Lane was quality. I saw it in cinema on my own.
If you be king and
I'm so depressed.
And put me as your queen, right? Anyway, I won't bore you. The twist is that the reason why there's a peace, is because the two kings swap their firstborns.
Thor.
So the leader of the other person's kingdom, they would feel more inclined not to fight with because it's their own blood. And the bad king knows this, and that's why he's got this affinity with the birthright, because he deserves
so
it.
Generous.
It gave me an aerial goal, yes.
And so, yeah, wow. That's it. That's the end.
It's a bit too Thor, not gonna lie.
I kind of stop there.
John Goodman, man. Bay.
And dark and stuff. Have you seen 10 Cloverfield? They're making a sequel. Not a sequel, but another Cloverfield.
It's another Cloverfield,
yeah.
God Particle. Yeah, it's rumoured they've got rid of the release date, but then they'll just like drop it on us again for like
November 27th.
I swear they pulled it, and then they put another Cloverfield film that they're going to reveal is that one.
I think I read some of it. It's supposed to be February.
Yeah.
When it got pushed to November.
Well, we'll see. We shall see. I'm interested though. It sounds fucking awesome. With Goo Goo.
That I feel like no one's explored properly is the whole memory thing. Because you know how fantasy worlds are just so old and that. It's like having a war where people have just completely forgotten the reason why they're fighting. Or,
that is neat.
Like in the Ishiguro book, the newest one.
Oh, the one you read. Well done for reading, David.
I don't want to spoil it, actually. Do you care if I spoil it?
No, it's Ishiguro.
Spoil it.
Alright, so basically there was a war between the Saxons and the Britons that was really bloody and really evil and really bad. And so tensions are kind of there a little bit. But the problem is everyone in the land just forgets things. Like there's this mist that's descending and no one can remember anything.
Okay.
And so the heroes go on this mission to slay this dragon. They get sort of roped into it. They're trying to find their son and they end up getting roped into this mission to kill the dragon. And they find the dragon and they see that the dragon's breathing out the mist that's been like all over the land. They're like, oh okay. They kill the dragon and then suddenly all their memories come back. And it turns out that like the dragon isn't like this big scary dragon. It's this tiny little like shriveled up dying creature in a hole somewhere.
Okay.
And they realise that the dragon was never supposed to be killed. The reason why that specific knight was sent to kill the dragon was because the king knew that he would never kill the dragon. The reason the dragon was alive is because his breath was
in the form of social control. Yeah.
And since everyone forgot, they forgot that they were at war with each other, and so it ended the war. And so by killing the dragon and bringing everyone's memories back, suddenly everyone's about to go back to war, and they've just caused this. And it's the whole like ignorance is bliss idea. It's like, is it better to have everyone live in peace but forget who they are?
Did I miss something there?
Because if they let the dragon live, then everyone just forgets everything. They forget their own children. They forget if someone goes missing.
It's breathing out too much shit. Basically.
So what do they choose?
They kill the dragon.
Well, they killed the dragon.
They didn't realise it until they actually killed it. But that was the purpose of the dragon. Like the dragon was.
James.
Supposed to be that. Oh, come on. But yeah, I thought, like time. Reading the book, like I didn't think the book executed it that brilliantly. But I thought like that kind of idea in a fantasy set is something really, really cool. And that's why I like the Dark Souls games so much as well, because they play with that kind of idea as well. Where it's just the world is so old that it's just kind of collapsed under its own age. Like everyone's forgetting things, everyone's going mental.
Can I?
Because nothing means anything, because they live forever.
Because I fucked up. Staying on topic, but still fucking up badly.
Yeah.
I was supposed to spend my evening writing instead of streaming, but I.
Sam's watching the Portal film, so he's gone, Andrew.
So any help would be much appreciated. Right?
Yeah.
I've got a call.
What are you writing?
Basically, there's a group of us. Like this is serious now. This is not me like joking around.
Yeah. Cool.
We're trying to make something. Right?
Yeah.
And
what kind of something?
We'll come in with like basically we've been trying to do this since July. But we're still at this stage.
July.
It's a good thing because we're not too stressed about
You're
it.
not rushing.
At the same time, we want to be further along.
But you want to get it done.
I still love one idea, right? And I kind of feel bad putting it out on the stream because like
no
I
one
want to
fucking
make
watches
this.
this.
I think we will make it.
Don't worry.
Okay. I'm gonna tell you guys because this is very personal. This has been. This is August 2015. I started writing
this far into the stream.
You don't have to say it on the stream if you don't want to, though.
No. I want to get opinions on it because I'm going to pitch it again tomorrow, and I've pitched this 1,000 times to them. But I'm going to give one final pitch to them tomorrow. Like this is what we're doing because we've got a new guy and like he doesn't know it yet, and I want to get it a proper pitch.
Go. Let's go.
So trigger warning: there is rape, incest, and very dark drug abuse. It's called Jenny.
Okay.
Right?
Called Jake.
We start the film. It's about a teenage girl. Okay.
Called Jake.
17, maybe
Jenny.
16. Called Jenny.
Oh shit! Sorry.
And she is a bit sheltered.
Oh, cool.
Backstory: she's sheltered. Her father left when she was 7. Her mother is, you know, those mothers that like they're 40 but act like they're 18. Like, you know about party
rocking.
Never knew these mothers existed until I went to a public school.
Yeah.
They're all like. You know, so she's very slutty and horrible, and basically Jenny doesn't like her mum, that's why she's a bit more sheltered. She has this image of her father because he left, that surely he left because he must be intelligent enough to like think mum's a slut. So she always has this view of the father being potentially a good guy compared to the mum who is such a massive cunt, basically. Anyway, so her best friend is a massive kind of cunt. Like she drinks, she's sexual, she's all of this.
Thank you.
You know, they're basically opposites, but because they live in a small town, they're best friends who they've always been. And it's like, you know, you have a best friend who's like, you have nothing in common. You don't particularly like them, but you're best friends because you've been best friends for a long time.
Yeah, like Like Andrew and David.
Yeah.
Anyway, so one night they're out drinking. Again, I'm pushing through the story fast. So one night we're out drinking, and they're walking home, and the girl, let's call her Jessica, is a bit tipsy, and they're walking through. It's about 8 o'clock, but it's dark out.
Okay.
And there's this car further up the road, and it's full of these college guys who are like
Polish guys in Polish.
21 university.
College. Sorry.
University.
College.
The university.
College.
And they're all standing around a car. They're off to go to a party, and the girl's like, "How did you come over to them? Because they're fucking hot." And Jenny's like, "Oh, for fuck's sake." So the friend drunkenly stumbles over, and basically they end up going to this university party because Jenny doesn't want to leave her drunken friend to go alone. Basically.
I'm just going to say it now. If this is the pitch, it's taking way too long.
Okay.
No offense.
It's not a pitch. It's kind of just telling you the story rather than a pitch.
Yeah.
Okay,
give me a little cheeky little nugget of story, a slut nugget of story.
I'll bullet point it.
And then
they go to the party.
Punch me with it all.
They go to the party.
Like just the tip, and then go whoa straight in, like that.
They go to the
I just
party.
read a shower thought on Reddit that says actually making eye contact would be really gross. Continue.
They go to the party. Guy's been having his eyes on Jenny all night.
Yeah.
Long story short, he ends up raping her.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
She goes home. She's all distressed. Mum comes home. She's all drunk. End of that scene. They had a fight. Jessica and Jenny had a massive fight at the end of the party because Jenny stormed out angry. Jessica didn't want to have anything to do with it. They had a massive fight at the end of that friendship. So next few weeks, Jenny's alone, more alone she's ever been. Her mother's got this boyfriend who she's really happy about, and she's always away, and Jenny's always at home, and it's very depressing at this point. One day, Jenny comes home early. Mother's like, "What are you doing home early? My boyfriend's here to pick me up. I'm supposed to be going out." All of this, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
She's like, "No, well, let me meet your boyfriend, fuck it." He opens the door, guess who it is?
It's that guy that raped
it's the
her.
guy from the party. Yeah. And basically, that twist, this is Act 1, by the way, is that he did it for a bet. But like, he couldn't fuck both the mother and the daughter.
Wow.
And it was disgusting. The daughter's like, "Oh my god, my world has ended." Anyway, so cut of that evening, she's sitting in her bed, she's like, "You know what, I've got to tell my mum, this is ruining me inside." Mum comes home drunk, she's like, "Mum, your boyfriend raped me? I thought you should know." She's like, "You fucking bitch," massive fight. Anyway, kicks her out the house. She's got nowhere to go, she's dressed like shit in her pajamas. She's like, "You know what, fuck it, I'm gonna go to find my father," which she has the address of earlier, which I forgot to mention. Anyway, so she goes off into the night, maybe takes a taxi like half a mile away from where he lives, jumps out, doesn't pay for it, runs away. She goes to find her father, who must be a good man, because he left the crazy bitch. Surely he must be a good man. Anyway, she gets to like this really dodgy council estate. I've got the pictures that I want to show. Oh, it's like really green doggy. She goes there.
Finish the story.
Freaked out. Knocks on the door. By the way, what she's wearing is she's wearing like kind of pajamas. Like, she's wearing really like short like trousers slash skirt kind of thing.
Sam.
So she does kind of. I don't want to say the word. She just does kind of look a little bit slutty.
That's alright. If you can say it on Rocket League, then I mean it's an okay word, right?
So she knocks on the door, and opens is literally the opposite of what she thought her father was. He's wearing this white beater, he's grungy, and the first thought he has when he sees this girl is, she's what, I fuck her. So he starts violently coming onto her, like, hey, you know, blah, 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 blah. She's like, oh, this is the turning into the worst day of my fucking life. He even thinks, based on how she's dressed, and based on where they are, and based on what she is, that she's a woman of the night. So he starts propositioning her for sex. Maybe has a little bit of a grab on the shoulder, like, hey, no, you know, you can come in. She manages to get away, runs away like, fuck me, this night can't get any worse.
But
Goes
no,
to the train station.
Don't fuck me.
There.
You know.
Who knows why she's there? She's got to kill herself or knows, maybe go somewhere else. She doesn't know. She's sitting on the train station. Makes friends with a guy called Anthony. He's like, look, come back to my girlfriend's house. I won't be there, so you know, don't have to worry about that. Come back. So she goes back to her girlfriend's house, and it's a girl called Cara, who is this drug addict. And straight when you see her, like, oh, something's off with her. Yeah. She's a little bit of a fucking street-worn woman. Anyway, so they quickly become friends, and it's very apparent to Jenny eventually that Cara is a prostitute.
Right.
And Anthony is her pimp.
Right.
And Jenny is a bit awkward. She's like, oh, fuck. Well, I fucked myself. Anyway, so she's looking for work, and they keep dropping hints of like, oh, you know, you're not really pulling your weight here, but you know, it's fine. You know, get yourself back on your feet. You know, they're nice guys. Anyway, so one night, Kara's like, hey, do you want to go out to get a bite to eat? Jenny's like, oh, okay, sure. She hasn't been out of the house really because she's been really sheltered. They go out to eat. But she's like, oh, I haven't got any money. Goes, oh, neither do I. I'm like, oh, well, what are we going to do? So she goes, I've got a way we can make money very quickly. Kara runs off and finds this guy on the street. They get talking. She goes back. Jenny goes, follow me. So what the fuck? Anyway, they go to this hotel room, and Kara's like, you know, just be sexy a little bit. You know, some guys like that, a timid girl. Anyway, Kara kind of forces Jenny-ish to have like sex, not rape. It's just like, hey, just do it. Don't be a fucking bitch. So she does it. Meanwhile, while the guy's distracted, Kara robs the guy blind. Like, go down his wallet, go down his purse, and all of that. She's like, look how much money we made. Isn't this great? She's like, oh, you know what? Fine, fuck it. I've got nothing better to do. So they do this for a couple of weeks, right? Jenny's good of a point. She wants to kill herself. She hates her fucking life, but fuck it, you know? Kara's like, look, if you want to leave badly, let's do one last job. Okay? One last job. It's paying $1,000, and all we got is some guy's birthday. She goes, okay, we'll do that. So they go to this apartment complex. Jenny's looking down to the ground, not really looking up, doesn't know what she is, what she's doing. She looks up to like the apartment complex, and she starts to recognise it a little bit. But this is like for a good 15 minutes, 20 minutes after the beginning of a movie. She's like, I kind of have a bad feeling about this place, Carl. I think we should go. I think you know, blah blah blah. Because so they get to a door, knock on the door. This guy answers, and Jenny realises it's the same apartment as her father. And they go in, and she's like, oh no, oh fuck, we should leave. Jesus Christ. But she's way too like just starstruck, and PTSD's flooding back. They go in, and Kara's all started to like, hey, slide up and everything. And the father is giving Jenny these eyes of like, hey, I recognise you. Was last time a tease, was it? So he starts like really coming on to her. There's nowhere to run. The door's locked. It's all fucked. He starts properly like, he's about to whip the dick out. She smashes the bottle over his head. He even reaches for a knife or a bit of a glass, goes to swipe. Kara gets him away, massive cut across the chest. Like, we're talking about like deformity cut. Like, not fatal, you won't die, but like, you ain't looking
like
pretty.
Like she's missing a breast now.
No, but no, not even that bad. Like, it's gonna leave.
But the breast is gone.
Basically.
Yeah.
But it's really a bad mark. So they stumble out of there.
There's no boob.
It's not, not good for business.
Yeah. No, obviously no. She's got no boob.
So then Anthony comes.
It's like one of those Amazonians.
Back, and this is after they've you know when you like can burn a cut.
Cauterize.
Some of that.
Cauterize.
Yeah, cauterize. They cauterize it. Very gruesome kind of scene. Kind of, we don't know what we see. We see
no
it from like,
no balls.
Because a lot of it's all from Jenny's perspective, kind of. So we only see it from like the door, you know, being cracked open anyway. Anthony's furious. Like, look, you're never gonna work again. Who the fuck would want to fuck a damaged product like this and all of that? Jenny's like, okay, I fucked up. It's all fucked. I've got to leave. So she follows Anthony, and Anthony goes to his friend's house, and she's like, look, because she knows he won't do anything bad in front of guys, right? You know, he's not going to incriminate himself. And so she's like, look, I want to say thank you, but I think I'm going to leave. He's a bit drunk. I'm not going to go into the scene because it's not that important to the story, but end of, he says, look, if you leave, I'll kill Kara, and then I'll find you, I'll kill you too, I won't stop until you fucking die.
Liam Neeson's it. Yeah.
Sure. So Jenny goes down the flag like, okay. But she leaves me, she's like, okay.
I almost fucking touched that.
I have time to get rid of her now. So she runs back to the apartment like, look, that's it, Kara, we're leaving, we're going, let's go. Kara's like, no, I love him. She's like, you're a fucking dumb bitch. So no, I love him. So she's like,
does that mean Tard is blocked?
You can either leave or you can't leave.
Oh wow.
And
it's retouch. Go on.
She decides to stay. She's like, well then, fuck you then, and storms off. And then the ending scene, I like separate. The ending kind of shot to set between two scenes. Anthony's like, where is she going? Jenny's at a bus stop, and then goes to a train station and cut back, and it's like building and building and building. Like, where is she? Getting closer and more violent, boom, 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 until when it comes back to the platform, she's disappeared. Where's she gone? What's she doing? We'll never know. But that's the end of the film. I explained it terribly, but it's something coherent. Yeah.
Tell me it in 2 sentences.
How I used to pitch it was, if you thought her life couldn't get worse after a rape, you're very wrong. Because if you think rape's the worst thing that can happen, let me tell you, I think it gets worse. I think having your dad try to fuck you is potentially worse than rape.
It's quite dark.
Not until you tried it.
Exactly.
But I explained it dreadfully, but that's the thing I've been working on since 2015, because it's based on a true story. Demi.
Okay.
Jenny is based on a true story,
Allegedly.
not the actual story itself. The character is.
Okay.
Sam. A series of unfortunate events, one might say.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Fair enough. But yeah, that's the film. And I explained it badly. I still think it. Here's the thing. I'd love to say it's like missing something in it.
Humour?
But then you just make it even longer. Yeah, I mean, he doesn't want a bit.
A light note?
Yeah, there is no light note.
There is no light note.
Yeah, having a redeeming sort of good character.
Well, originally what the story was. Here's the thing. Because originally,
that helps
what it's based on,
the stairs or something.
the story it's based on was, like I said, I've been having this since
fucked ourselves, Dave.
November 2015. Like originally, what it was is this is the true story. It's about a hairdresser.
I don't think I've had it, Andrew.
Who is a hairdresser, obviously, and she starts doing the hair of this girl called Jenny, and
Sam.
she finds out that Jenny's a prostitute. She's like, oh shit. So she decides to help her, save money on that to escape, and it ends kind of you never know how, if she's fired or not, but that's from what I know and some first-hand experiences. My mum was a hairdresser who helped the prostitute out.
But you're not talking to
Jenny.
No.
But then I discovered the film was set too much around the hairdresser. That's the only side I had, because my mum was a hairdresser and Jenny was the client, and she didn't realise that it was a prostitute, she was trying to help her and all that. But it was too set on Eleanor, and when I focused it on Jenny, Eleanor became boring.
Because at the moment, it just seems like some kind of torture porn. Literally, the way you described it, it is torture porn.
There's no nudity there.
I feel like, it needs.
It doesn't need to be nudity, but it is just like, oh, how can we make this woman's life worse?
And also
character growth or kind of developmental arcs within it.
It's just event after terrible event, unfortunate events.
I agree. There needs to be a more.
I feel like there needs to be like a driving force behind it.
There needs to be more of a reason why she leaves.
That's like, gives a bit of life, like not life to it, but that contrasts it.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted to look at potentially adding back the hairdresser character. And I was very briefly explained, like.
Guys, I didn't go in, did it?
But I don't know if that would be A, contrived, or B, it would be.
I only had 12 boost. And Andrew says this movie would need nudity. I don't know whether that's true.
It wouldn't need. Would you want it? Sure. Would it need it?
Maybe if she was raped by Count Olaf, it'd be interesting. I don't know, Sam. I'd agree. Perhaps.
I'm sure that exists on the internet already.
Oh yeah.
I think I described it bad, but I think you get the gist of it.
I got the gist. Yeah, we got 10 minutes of gist.
It is like it's bad and bad and bad. Yeah. I do agree. But it's like I suppose the only light I could add from what I know or experience is the hairdresser character. But
so you don't want a character to be there for the sake of being there. Like the character has to
originally she was
do something terrible
the
to our main girl, main girl.
So originally the hairdresser was the story. That's the thing. I mean, I actually just got rid of her for a side character, and the side character made thing.
Oh, that'll do. I'd be disappointed if the hook-handed man didn't join in. Right. Nice, Andrew.
He's versatile. You can put anything on those hooks.
Yeah, or use the hook in any way imaginable.
Yeah, that's what I got so far.
What if you use the stump to take them off?
Shit, but like, there's some stuff there I like, but I didn't maybe explain as great.
I have an idea for a
or
film, but I'm not going to tell you.
What's your idea?
Nah, I'm not going to say you.
I have an idea.
Is it low budget and gritty?
Yes.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Because literally we're at the.
Well, it's a character piece.
Yeah, that's what.
Ready
we're
up, you
coming at
cunt.
tomorrow. I'm pitching like as many as we can.
Ready. Thank you.
And I've got to come out with something. I'm gonna come up with Jenny because that's fucking been ages. But like, I've got a thing called Welcome Home. I'm gonna obviously try to pitch. And
there's nothing they can't. Yeah.
Okay. Rather than telling the good one, or like the one that you've had, can we brainstorm now for a little bit? Like, fuck the stream for it. I need. Because I'm gonna fuck myself over. Because I've got to be there in fucking Barnet tomorrow.
What a terrible place. Well, what are you after? I always like things in. I like giving my characters problems, and like physical problems.
I gave my character problem. No.
Not physical problems, as in like, I don't know, a disability, but in a sense, I like enclosed spaces as that brings out character.
Well, so like what? So like you like the plot to put them in that rather than.
Not necessarily the plot.
You like them to be in a
but
situation
like Devil, the Shyamalan. Was it Shyamalan who did Devil?
Yeah. He wrote that.
Yeah.
Poor film, but like the concept is.
The concept of that. Like every not
rather
every
than
play,
the actual
but
character having the disability, like the
by not moving place, it allows characters to shine.
Okay, yeah.
Well, by having minimal settings, it means that the words stand out.
Well, that's fucking the
and it's easy as well for everything else.
Yeah, that's like the dream of being able to like make something. Yeah. Like I'm gonna say a film I did enjoy. I'm gonna call it a terrible name because I don't know the name of it. The Blind Man and the Tennis Ball. Or the Blind Man and the Football. I liked it because it was such a simple.
The Blind Man and
simple location.
Is that art? Is that art film? Yeah, special.
Yeah, I like that because of like, even if you take away the dialogue, the acting, and all of that, you've still got a nice.
Brilliant cinematography.
Such a simple.
Yeah, cinematography.
But it's such a simple story. Like,
exactly.
All goes over. Get rid of you have terrible actors and a terrible script. It's still a very nice, simple story.
I was in the middle of reading like a bunch of books about plot structure and things like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, it basically just said,
Tell us.
Just have a premise that drives the characters to do their actions.
Exactly.
And then that will give your characters and then you just have to say, well, what would the character do in that situation, and then follow that through to a logical conclusion, and tweak it slightly in order to better a narrative structure.
Because it is fair to say that like the environment you set up was. I don't want to say
Sorry, Dave.
bad things. When you say simple, you always think it's bad, don't you? Like, oh, it's simple. But, like it's very.
No.
I had
Reservoir Dogs is simple.
It's very clear.
Yeah, I had a house. I had 2 actors. I had 1 camera. Like
is that how you came up with it? You actually came up with it backwards. Like you saw what you had and then you
I listed all of the things that were available to me before I even started coming up with a story. And then I said, okay, what can I do with those resources?
Oh yeah, it's a bit like how I came up with my play.
I reverse engineered it.
But at the same time, it's like I'm one of those people that's like, if I needed to find something, I hope I'd be able to find it.
Oh, great.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like if I come up with an idea that I like, I want to find it.
Sam, how dare you? It's a legit film.
Thing?
He said, just save it for illegitimate movie fights. But I dare say,
I think it's fair to say
400 and something views. That's legit.
No, it's crazy. Like I logged back into my YouTube channel today to put up a new video or whatever, and I looked on it,
vid,
and
by the way.
I had a lot of views since I last checked. Like it's still not like I still haven't broken. Oh no, I've broken 1,000 on one video, I think. But like, it was like, yeah, I checked on it, and it was like videos that when I left had like maybe 90 to 100 views, and now sat at like a cozy 500 or 600.
There are people that are waiting for your content, David.
I was very surprised. I was very humbled. It's good. Now I just need to figure out what I'm going to do for the next little while.
I still need to start my YouTube channel. It'll probably be a summer thing now. I'll do it when I'm term 3. most likely.
Yeah.
Because I'll be
My
free.
aim is that over the
I'll be
next
working on
9
my
months
play.
I can get sort of into a pattern and get quick.
Yes, I was subbing.
Regular stuff,
I'm an OG
and then
subber.
so when I go to uni, hopefully I'll be able to do that.
Sam's saying he's subbed well in the box. In A box.
Ah, thank you.
Yeah.
It's up to 50 subs as well. It was on 30 something when I left. And, well, it might not be at 50 yet. It might be like at 49.
I'm telling you, it's an untapped resource. That's almost as many subs as Sean Godfrey.
That's crazy.
Not as many as Dual Buddies, Andrew says, which is, I guess, an alternative fact.
Yeah.
We have the biggest sub count in the world.
Better than PewDiePie.
Who is PewDiePie? Who's he really?
But yeah, no, I wanna make something like that again. I've got a few story ideas that I'm knocking around in my head, but I want to do like a brand new, fresh project and just sit down. Like it could be like a short film, or it could be an animation, or it could be like a play. I don't know. Just sit down and say, what do I have available to me? And
yeah, I want to start writing my my vampires. Oh, all right. Here's a pitch. It's a play, I think, about vampires. My vampires one. I might mention this, but. So it'll be set in one place on the stage with the wall bisecting the stage, and on one side there'll be a group of humans, and on the other side a group of vampires. And it's a sort of farcical comedy thing, I'm thinking.
Is it set in New Zealand, perchance?
No, because that'd be too close. But
yeah.
I don't know. Let's set it here. Why not? I don't think it's place specific. It's more just the fact that they're in either side of a wall, and it'll be humans who have locked themselves in after a vampire apocalypse has overtaken the world. The V virus, or whatever I'll fucking call it. Probably not that. Has overrun the world, and they're one of the only surviving groups of people left, should we say, or they don't know where the other people are. The vampires are probably telling them, oh, you're the only ones left, or like luring them out because there's a group just outside. If you jump out the window, you can just go and see them. But it'll basically be 3 acts, 3 nights, sat over a 9-month period in which it'll start off with one of the humans getting pregnant, and we'll track that as we go through to childbirth, and basically chart this sort of love-hate relationship between the two of them, where like the humans need the vampires for food to live, and the vampires need the humans. They're basically farming them for blood, and eventually sort of want to eat them. And that's how it's hopefully going to play out.
It'd be like All My Sons if it's like the same location, same kind of...
Fuck that play, but yes.
Alright, I'm opening my crate.
David.
Cool.
David.
Yeah?
I need a massive favour then.
Okay, it depends what it is.
Ethan is far. Boo-hoo.
Ethan is far?
He's a creative guy. But you are also a creative guy who has experience of writing and likes to write.
It's not Twilight, because they don't fall in love.
What am I doing tomorrow?
Oh, I'm at Warwick, mate.
I am afraid that I will be...
Dave has a dinner date.
Have a meeting.
Yeah.
To discuss game design, because I'm going to be designing a card game.
When would potentially you be free if I was to ask you for some assistance potentially, and that falls into potentially you as well, Ethan, whenever you are back from university, if they do
week after next, I am off.
You both would be interested at all.
What would it involve me doing?
Yeah, how much am I getting paid? I'm joking.
Just being creative, like we're trying to.
Crap skin, by the way.
Trying to create a film.
Yeah.
That's it. Very, very organic kind of things. Like there's.
Oh, Sam.
Don't worry about like budget, location, and equipment. We've got that covered. We just want to get the best script possible, basically.
I can do some doctoring.
Okay.
Would you both be up for like, even if it's purely over Skype? Would you be down if I was to like add you to a group chat tomorrow with a lady and a gentleman?
Lady.
A lady and a gentleman.
Then we have Ellie, Sasha, and Marnie.
You know what? I'm just going to end the stream. GG.